why I feel like everybody gets, a little cranky about what we say.
He's used us. Do you feel used?
We were pawns.
First of all,
hold on,
let's be honest.
real quick. You was a pawn in another man's game.
Yeah, but you know when I stopped giving a f is when I realized we don't watch each other's content.
There was a point in time where I thought he should be a comic before I even thought I should be a comic. I told you that shit before.
Yo, no jumper. No wonder why Adam got rid of that shit. That shit was Bad Girls Club.
Well,
Wait, don't know. The devil's talking. How's that late? How is that late to find? How is that late to find the Lord?
Right after. Next time you sneeze, I'm gonna call you gay because you the manliest nigga in this motherfucker.
I feel like we're supposed
I'm not supposed to be getting drained by you from being in a circumstance with
pause,
you.
but yeah, 100%.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, I realize if I say I ain't got no problem with Joe, that's a problem. I
hate Joe Budden.
I do feel bad for the people who have bad stories
because all of them are true. He's not.
You want to see him turn into a bigot. You want to see like the
I kind of do.
How can niggas call us weirdos and want to link up? Bum beating people. Welcome back to another installment of the Homeroom University podcast. You see, this is the podcast about your favorite podcast. I am your classmate Tone Groove.
J Nobles,
AJ the Menace,
white man behind the boards.
Yeah.
F Mac on the keyboard.
That's me.
Yes, we are in the building, the new building.
Yeah, the
New building.
Same building, facelift.
Same building.
Yeah.
We gave our building a BBL.
Yeah.
This is a new B word that we're in. Nigga.
It wasn't fat enough.
This is crazy. Y'all please like the video.
Yes.
As
Like
y'all can see.
Just like the video off the strip that there's no couch covers on the screen right now.
It's no couch covers. And please, it's no couch covers.
You can drop a like for that.
I expect to see 10 comments at least congratulating us and just a round of applause like, yo, they finally upgraded. We still got them. I'm still looking at them. We still got them.
Yeah.
But I don't even really have to say nothing. Just bask in the glory.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
I'm touching this for you, but just feel it. It's
moment
expensive.
of silence just for the
Moment of silence for the sheep we had to kill for this.
And Tony gonna be like, yeah, like that's soothing, right?
This is crazy. I might fall asleep on this pod.
honestly, the real work went into the floor though. Niggas was
yeah.
in here for
Yeah.
Forever.
12 hours.
Yeah, nah.
It was 10.
It was 10 hours,
Yeah,
but
it was
we
10.
started like at 12 hours. Like
Yeah.
operating the day type
Yeah,
shit.
nah.
I don't know what
And we was
Trump-
in here the night before.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
was in here the night before. This has been like a 3-day thing because we had to lay the floor.
Yep.
This is still phase one, just so everybody knows. You know what I mean? Just
It's not even done yet.
It's literally not done yet, but this is just phase one. There's
But if you do
more to
like
come.
phase 1, you're gonna like phase 2, phase 3, phase 4.
It's only gonna get
But
better, you know.
We put
appreciate. Oh my bad,
I
y'all.
was about to say,
But
but-
appreciate y'all for watching. Make sure you check out the Patreon
Oh yeah, all the good stuff.
because we went over the comedy sets, the ones we've been talking about for it feels like a
did.
year, at least
It does feel like a year.
6 months.
Everybody
Spoiler
think-
alert, AJ lost. No, I'm playing. He got pretty fucking close though.
Yeah,
No, I
yeah,
didn't.
he got pretty close.
I was
but,
confidently at my position.
He was in a comfortable number 2 spot.
Yep.
It's interesting.
I didn't want to give him the number 2. You know, they had a watch.
Yeah, bleak that, Lauren. Well, I mean, because it's obvious if you didn't lose and you're not talking like you won.
That's
I
true.
don't know.
That's true. Yeah, that is true.
Well,
They got context clues.
obviously, the sore winner who's talking.
I'm not sore.
But
not happy.
in all seriousness, check out the Patreon, like the video, make sure
Audio
you comment down
listeners.
below your office hours. It's a part of the show near the end of the video. We go over your comments and concerns about us, you know what I mean? About other Patreons, about other podcasts, things of that nature.
Or just about anything. Somebody asked us a good question about some personal life shit too.
Oh, really?
Also, audio listeners, appreciate y'all. If you want the podcast early, obviously we're a day late. We're only a day late, just so everybody knows, is because we've been working in this studio.
We've been migrants. Like I don't know what Trump was talking about. I ain't see a single Mexican try to come in here and take this job from me. I had the hammer the whole time.
Yeah, niggas is in here really putting
F-Mac's
in work.
close. He's Puerto Rican.
Yeah, so
And F-Mac did want to work very hard. You noticed that, right?
He did.
The only Hispanic in here was just greedy.
Yeah.
And only
It
one
might be-
person in here didn't want to work at all.
It was only one lackadaisical nigga.
it was really a one.
Yeah.
Like,
But he's in love, so we'll give
We'll let
him
him
grace.
slide.
We'll give him grace because
we should have had that picture loaded up.
Yeah, should have.
Shoulda
But
had
I don't want
that.
to do
Come
that
on,
to him,
guys.
though. I don't want to do that
You
to
guys
him.
are right 100.
Yeah.
Come on.
That's
Can't
true.
do that to him.
Keep it
Can't
as
do
black.
that to him.
I do have a picture. So like we got rid of some of the furniture. I live in one of them like areas to where like you can leave something at the end of the driveway, put a free sign on it, and a nigga will come pick it up. I see the nigga picking up the old couch. Look at this shit. Look at this shit. This shit is hilarious, bruh.
Wow, this is insane.
This was
That's
like
how they took it home?
Yeah, bro, because I drove. So I was coming home today. I drove by. I saw him trying to like work it in there, but I didn't want to like pull up at the same time he was doing it.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
like I spun around the block and then he was coming out and I was like, look at this shit.
And what's crazy is like, nigga, it rained like 2 days ago. And it rained. That couch is moldy than a motherfucker. Like that couch stinks, literally. Like outside of it just being uncomfortable, the couch stinks.
You are 100%
Nigga.
right about that because there was another piece of furniture that y'all never saw actually on camera that they also picked up. All the furniture has been sitting on my yard and it has been rained on 100%.
Man.
And I don't think it's been enough hot days to dry it out, but niggas have picked it up
hasn't.
today.
What was the ethnicity of this person?
This was a white dude with a ponytail. You know the second verse.
He probably loved it.
You know
better than that rain damage.
but he kind of had it wasn't typically white. You know that Rob Banks or Rob Stone video we just listened to during the
Yeah.
Patreon. He looked like the second verse nigga.
The Native American looking
He looked
nigga.
like him. He looked like
Okay.
him. Yeah, he looked like him.
Oh, okay.
And then this morning, the people who picked up the furniture, they looked like they were like at work, low key. Like they both had like orange vest on, but they were getting out of like a minivan. So I don't know. Hey, look, who gives a fuck? You know, it's out of here.
Okay,
They didn't have to
getting-
rob somebody this time. They just got the.
it was just as long as that
Soon they robbing them, but they
as
got
long as that
some,
furniture was out of here was the most important part because we
Let's
got
say-
way more room in here now.
one man's trash is another man's treasure. They got some good, sturdy furniture. I'm pretty sure AJ carved a lot of good farts in those.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's been a rotating cast of Menace material to set in them chairs. They don't even know what they sitting in.
No, they don't. They don't
Yeah.
know. They're
You know what
sitting
I mean?
on legendary pieces of
Like, if you really pop off, they might try to sell you seat.
Yeah, nah.
shit's crazy.
Jay Nobles used to sit here. See, make that worth something, nigga.
Yeah, nah, that's crazy. I'm going to rub my ass in there. But,
But that's it though. We'll start with
Yeah,
one
is that
thing that I
pause?
did find.
Yeah, let's pause.
Yeah.
But it's your chair, so you can pause,
Yeah,
you
it's
can
not
play,
even-
you can fast forward in that motherfucker. It's yours.
yeah.
Yeah, can I? So let's. I got one thing that we can jump into first, and it's kind of like a feel good thing. I'm gonna try to start every episode with like a feel good thing, you know, like a light topic before we jump into the real shit.
Why
Thanks
is
for
that?
telling us.
Just because that's what I've been doing the last couple of weeks. Yeah, like last 3 weeks, we did the John gives bad news. Even though I didn't screen the calls first. If I'd have screened the good ones, it would have been better. And then the next week it was what was it? I can't remember.
I don't know.
This week is Math Hoffa playing video games.
All right. That's a good soft open.
Yeah. So I don't know what video game this is, but I guess now that I've watched
Saints
this
Row.
video of after I've watched this video of Math Hoffa playing this game, I've been seeing a lot more shorts of it. It's some samurai game, and it almost is like on some samurai Grand Theft Auto shit. That's how it feels. I don't know
Is
what
it the new Assassin's Creed?
possibly don't know. I was hoping one of you niggas knew because I genuinely don't know.
I feel like Mav should be playing Def Jam Battle of, what's that shit?
Fight for New York. Fight for New York.
yeah, Fight for New York.
Actually, before you play this on the screen, oh shit.
This is,
That's my shit.
What
yeah.
is this?
What's it called? Ghost of
Ghost of Tsushima, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, so
Tsushima.
y'all do know what this
Yeah, I
is?
beat this game. I love this shit.
Oh, all right. Well, yeah.
Yeah,
Well, so
nerds.
his.
F Mac, you played this?
Nah, I never got the chance.
I never heard of this shit. I never seen it, but it looks fantastic. But
it's
his
amazing.
his commentary is funny because it reminds me of one of my cousins. Like this nigga plays video games just like this. You know what I'm saying?
What? Run it through. Oh, wait. Make sure these niggas dead. Gotta make sure these niggas is dead. You can't hit me, nigga. You can't hit me, nigga. You can't hit me, nigga. Peace. Nigga stood there. Why would you just stand there? Alright? Why would you just stand? Should I end this suffering? Ah, peace, nigga.
This is the best one.
Peace, homie. You ain't hear all that commotion outside? Look at this nigga. Look at him. You ain't hear all that commotion outside. I was killing your homies. You ain't hear none of that. All right. All right. Let's see. How many we got? How many we got?
This is beautiful, man. I do like when older black men are in the video games, man.
Yeah.
It changes our perception. I feel like,
Especially New Yorkers. Like, you always, where's he from again?
nigga,
York.
No, but like what part of that matters?
I don't know.
The different
Yeah,
sets of
I don't-
fraternities.
I don't know.
Slumville, whatever.
I forgot where Mav is from, but you know, it's interesting to see a New York nigga like that in this setting. In Japan,
Exactly.
slicing a nigga to
Having
death.
fun.
Yo, when that nigga said, you ain't hear that commotion outside? That was some real shit.
Yeah.
Yo, it's
that's
like, yeah.
that's a nigga really locked in
Yeah,
the
that was
zone.
He's in the flow state.
That was some real shit. Because this nigga did just kill a bunch of niggas. Brooklyn, okay.
Oh, I love how you brought up his age. How old is he?
A Brooklyn nigga in Japan. That's beautiful.
44.
44, man.
This famous birthdays website is just...
They be going in.
Yeah, it just has so many people on it. It's
really
just,
does.
And they're making more money than all of us. You see these are ads for F-Mac to get some new shoes.
Yep.
Oh man, y'all done fucked my algorithm up searching them sandals.
Yep.
Now-
You'll get you a new pair of
Yep.
start-
Don't say yo. F-Mac owns 2 of them.
yeah, I'm gonna start getting advertising for these chacos and stuff like that.
Don't act like you ain't interested, nigga. 35% off. You can't pass that shit
Shout out
up.
to Maul, man. I hope I'm playing video games by the time I'm 44. 45.
That is math, but you know, shout out to that other
yeah.
black dude from New York.
Yeah. Jesus.
Man, you trying to make you win. No, we'll talk.
Yeah, but all right, but that's all. I mean, that's generally all I have for that. But yeah, let's get over to Twitter Space because that's where it goes down.
Yep, that's where it happened.
Where do we start with on the Twitter Space? Should we start with the conversation?
Come in hot, man. We gave him that little soft core shit.
Yeah, we did. All right, man. I had my first conversation with Rory from the Rory and Maul podcast, and Danny hit me with a little bit of a setup. It's okay. It wasn't that bad.
Explain the context on that though.
So apparently, before I got in there, Rory was saying Joe only invited these niggas up for the show because we were kicking their back end so well.
Do you think before we address Rory and Maul, we should address that thought?
We
That
can start
thought
there
pattern, that identity?
because you had a different
Because-
perspective that I wanted to hear.
Because it's interesting. And for context of people who haven't heard it, there's a couple theories as to why Menace Material, Homeroom University specifically, is where it is. They can't tell if it's just because we hating on niggas. They can't tell if we're industry plants.
Oh, yeah,
Or if
yeah.
we just a part of a nigga's petty scheme.
We
But-
just all that.
Yeah, maybe just, like
All that could be-
a mulatto.
Just like
All-
gumbo of bullshit.
we just some mutts.
Yeah.
I'm on that train too.
That's because that's what it is
I'm on
realistically.
that
It's
train,
everything working together, but it's a lot of people theorizing that we've came to this spot in the game because we were going at Rory. We just happen to be enemies with everybody that Joe Budden was enemies with.
Right, we were Joe
Allegedly.
Budden. So just to fully title this, Rory says that we have been Joe Budden pawns this entire time. That's the only reason why we got the look that we got by going up to New Jersey to doing the episode.
Yeah.
Not only so, but two things kind of came out of this. So Rory said that just flat out. There's no cut on it. It's
And
like
that's what he's supposed to say.
Yeah, he has to say
You know
something.
what I mean?
There was no cut on it. It was you were only invited up there because you kicked our back end so well. Danny presented something new that I didn't know. He had said it in one of his videos
It's incredibly important.
where Joe was on a space with him and he said, I can make the Menace niggas better than you. And then magically a month or two later, we popped up and we're in New Jersey
Now we're
doing
in
a
Jersey.
show with. So
On
I guess
spaces, he told Danny to his face that he
Right.
can make them niggas more lit than you.
yes.
Then he flew him out. So with that new knowledge intact, it's like, I don't honestly think it's possible. I think
Oh, yeah.
It's a combination of everything. It's definitely a
It's,
combination
I'm
of everything.
100% on the combination of anything.
And I'm cool with all of it.
I'm cool with all three.
Yeah.
I'm so.
Because the thing
I'm
was,
actually
from
actually happy about all three that they all happened.
What's important about it from our standpoint is that we did nothing with these intentions. We was never like, yo, let's do this so we can, maybe Joe Budden can fly us up. What kind of fucking hoop dream is
Yeah,
that?
that's some weird. Yeah.
That's the crazy thing.
That would be a weird.
That would
like,
be the crazy thing.
How
Yeah.
could we plan for that? Let's just be this nigga's lackey, his caddy. Let's just go after everybody he don't like, and maybe he'll fly us out and put us on. That's a stupid plan.
I think it was Caleb in this space. He said that you have to agree that y'all were going at. It almost made it seem like at one point they were like, "Yeah, y'all go at anybody that Joe went at," and then they started listing like Rory and Maul, Sloth. I said, "Hold on, we acquired."
Maybe
all
that's
this.
just a coincidence.
Right? What the fuck?
Like,
Yeah.
what was
first of
going
all,
on
maybe
around
we're
that time?
gaslighting.
First of all,
to be,
just
you
to
know,
just to start with, we've covered every urban podcast.
for sure.
There hasn't been one.
if you black and you got a microphone,
We probably
We probably
talked about
covered
you.
it. Big boy, like
Yeah, so it's
sway
like-
in the morning.
And 9 times out of 10, you're going to cover the ones who are the biggest,
Yeah.
who have the most traction.
And
the people that you care about the most.
And at the end of the day, it might come down to the person that you care about the most. Yeah.
Yeah, literally. But
Nah, it was all a very natural response, and like this nigga say, he was supposed to say that. We've hurt his feelings. Did you end up asking him what we said that like actually made him go like, man, I don't particularly like these guys? Because I feel like that's how Rory said it.
He kept
I don't
harping-
particularly like
Let's
these
say-
individuals.
and he probably said it like that, and he kept harping on the point of how we reviewed his album and that whole album rollout.
I thought we did a good job.
That was the ginger sore spot.
It was a sore spot.
That was
It was a sore spot. It was a sore spot.
Him talking about it on Spaces, I was like, all right, let me do my homework on myself. Let me see what I had to say about this
Nigga,
brother.
I was about
Yeah.
to say that.
I
Oh
went
my
back
God.
and watched the clip, and I was like,
I
is
thought-
this nigga serious?
I thought we did a pretty good job. Like, it was very fair.
Let's not hold up. Don't even go into it.
We liked
Let
it.
me tell y'all what I really did. And shout out to Rory, because it's like he had his. There's a couple things that I realized in these moments is that when you initially talk to one of these niggas, you know what? Get your shit off. You know, it's like you're a weirdo. Okay. It's
they
whatever.
deserve that
It's
because
get your shit off.
For so long, we sit here
And it's-
unchallenged.
I've said a lot of shit about you.
You know what I mean?
I said a lot of shit. I don't. Fuck you, weirdo. I ain't no fucking weirdo. Fuck.
Yeah.
Come on.
You
Get
know
your
what I
shit
mean?
off, nigga. Same thing with Elliot. It was, hey, look, man, I respect you, but get your shit off. Give me the Kanye rant that you gave me in the club. You
It's
know,
well honorable.
that's cool.
That's
It's like-
etiquette. That's debate etiquette.
but the way that a lot of the things were framed, see, a lot of the crutch of Rory's thing was, it was we were like moving as Joe Pawns pretty much in his destruction.
It was that, and he gives himself a lot of credit in our blossoming as a podcast.
Yeah.
We're
as
definitely
well.
gonna get to that because that shit.
He
is
gives
fucking
himself
goofy.
a lot of credit in
Yeah,
terms
like
of
it's
the
you know,
viewers.
no disrespect, but that whole thing is goofy. There's a couple things that I
So-
also realized too is that none of us watch each other's content. Let's all be honest. None of us watch each other's content because you know I'm gonna tell you what I did, and after I did this, I will not. Nobody. I'm not doing this anymore. So Rory is the only person so far. Anytime somebody has an issue or anything like with our content or something that we've said, I pull the tapes.
Yeah.
Let's hear what the fuck was said. I want to hear it
have
in
to.
depth. We've talked about Rory and Maul podcast for just over a year. We're at episode 62. So we have not been on. This podcast has not existed for 2 years. A lot of you niggas, I don't know if the back kicks in.
It feels like it.
It feels like
Yeah.
it feels like we've been around for a long time. This is 62 episodes.
66.
66, sorry. Just over a year.
He losing count.
Yeah, so it's like I watched every clip we made about Rory and Maul.
Mm-hmm.
I watched all of them.
And what was your
And
synopsis?
how
What
bad did you feel
extrapolate?
of yourself after that? Like, when did you go like, why did I do this?
I didn't have that moment
Because-
one time. No, this is
Because
what
you
I,
understand
this
that
is what
this
I
is-
wanted to,
this is deadly.
I
'Cause
know,
if-
but this is what I wanted to say to y'all. Number one, I'm proud of y'all niggas.
Thank you.
I had an amazing time.
What
No
happened?
Bro, the content was great.
Okay.
It was great, bro. I went through. And
I'll dab him for you.
Yeah, please
Okay.
do it for me because it's a lot. It's a little
Siphon
bit,
it. Yeah.
it's a little bit more
I'll take
distance
it.
with the new set, respectfully.
Yeah, now we 6 feet away, nigga.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
shit up to pair. No
Niggas is in here social distancing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But nigga, I watch every clip. No, I'm not doing this again.
Yeah.
I refuse to do this again. I watched every single clip just because it was just like the way he was saying it. I'm like, damn, did we violate this nigga like that?
No.
Because I know it probably could have happened.
Every clip
But I
was
don't.
balanced. There were so
we
many.
don't hate Rory and Maul.
When
we
I
don't
listen to-
hate nobody.
We don't
But
hate-
He
Bruh.
hates people. You hate certain people.
For sure.
But other than that,
You
Right.
know,
and Rory's not one of them.
Rory's far from him.
There's a couple people who can be like, AJ just purely just hates my essence as a person.
Right.
And you're correct, young man.
yeah.
And I also
he
wanted
does.
to make sure I stressed the point. Now, from his perspective, I could see it being weird. And then I listened to it. That's why I ended up going. Let me just tell you what the perspective is.
Okay.
In his mind, he said, we've been kicking his back in for 2 years, even though we haven't been around for 2 years, but we've been kicking his back in for 2 years. Then all of a sudden, he does one episode with Danny, and now he's the best podcaster in the world. So I listened to the beginning, I listened to everything up to that moment, and then there's maybe 2 to 3 clips post that moment. The praise that he was getting on that clip in particular does completely outshine every other thing that's happened before, right? Every other clip from before. So I can see where.
So his gold outweighed his shit? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, so what I'm saying,
highlight was more important.
What I'm saying is, when I watched every single clip, there were always compliments sprinkled throughout the critique or the observation that we had. There was moments where the jokes lasted a little bit longer, but it was balanced as fuck. Every single clip, every single clip was very balanced. The only clip that that tipped the scale was when I probably just had a bad day that day. The most hating Rory on all podcast. There was no.
Come on, we titled it that.
No scale was. It was that shit was off, nigga.
Yeah.
Right. So that's the one that's the most off.
But that's because you was projecting.
Yeah, I don't know about projecting, but because
you had a bad day.
For sure.
You know what I mean? Let me
So I
get
just
the
feel like
shit
giving it up
bubbly.
to other niggas. You know what I'm saying?
Little ginger nigga.
But
Bad
when I got up
energy.
to that one, so I can see where, and some of these were much lighter. Some of them were really balanced, 50-50. Some of them were 40-60.
Yeah.
Some of them were 70-30. You know, it was never hate from start to finish ever in any of the clips.
And it's probably never hate from all three of us. Which is another
That's
thing.
another great point.
That gets
'Cause there was-
misconstrued because like they like to just lump one like thought that was said on this podcast to everybody to make it seem like you could be disagreeing with something that he's giving credit to Rory for.
Oh no, that happens pretty quick.
It's happened a couple
Yeah,
times.
that happens all the time.
But
yeah.
what we'll get credit for is what you said.
The worst
you know
part
what I
of
mean?
it. The
It's
worst
just
part,
it's
yeah.
slow hanging fruit, and I get it. You know, it's human nature.
And I can understand.
You're more alarmed to that.
I'm gonna be.
It hurts worse.
I'm gonna remember that shit. I'm gonna remember that before you said, "Yo, this set is fucking nice," like or whatever. Like you killed this shit. Like
Yeah.
And then I also, as I was watching the video, even though I can understand the drastic change because that video was so complimentary, and I feel like it was pretty much on my side heavy on the complimentary side. And that's because the subject matter, when he was talking to Danny, is literally my favorite subject matter. It's the business of podcasting. And the nigga was transparent the entire thing. So
Yeah.
God, you start smelling money when we start talking about pod business. Nigga.
what?
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Jesus
saying?
God, look
So
at
it's
him.
You're salivating, nigga.
He's
Clean up.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Almost got active,
Whoa.
nigga.
Oh my God!
Dusting these
Not
bitches
on these
off.
new hardwoods,
Yeah,
I
man.
was about to
nigga.
say,
Give him time to
goddamn.
break in.
Yeah, so it's like
Footmark.
you know, yeah, that's my shit. That's my shit. Like I ran to the back. Like I've been watching Bag Fuel this week because Mandii was up there talking podcast business and Joe was up there talking podcast business. For me personally, that's my interest because there's a goal, an overarching goal that niggas are trying to
And
hit.
there's a common denominator.
And there's a
like,
common denominator. I need the most information as possible because that's one of the things to where a lot of people say like I've been giving game all the time. I've listened to all of it, and I'm telling you, the information is more scarce than I think people realize. I think a lot of podcasters that are already successful and things of that nature, they move with the thing. Let me give you this surface level shit, and nigga, you see how I'm living, nigga. You know,
Yeah.
obviously it's good.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
no. That's for me personally.
It doesn't work.
Yeah, it doesn't work, nigga. I'm on level 3 and 4. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't even
You
like.
want to be taught how to fish.
Come on, bro.
Not
It's-
just trying to
well,
eat for
and
a
it's not
couple.
even taught how to fish. It's the different ways to fish.
Right.
So what
Well,
I've
you got to
learned-
be
yeah.
taught one way to figure out like
I taught myself how to fish, but now I'm learning from everybody that we're interacting with the
Yeah.
different ways of fishing.
There's more
Yeah.
efficient. There's always a more efficient way of doing whatever
I
you
learned
think
how
you're
to
doing.
I learned how to catch fish in a pond. Now I need to learn how to catch them in the sea. Then I'm gonna need to learn how to fly fish.
how to catch them with a big ass rope.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I mean?
There's levels to everything.
And to your point, it is difficult to get that information because
Right.
it's a lot of these top podcast niggas. They want to keep up that curtain or that veil of like, man, this is $1 billion business. Like,
Right.
we getting paid millions per episode and shit.
on some real
they
shit-
just want to uphold the surface level highlights of it. So it's like nobody's getting the real truth. That's why niggas be.
And on some real
expectations be
shit, it's
skewed.
boring content. Like, let's keep it real. If you're not invested in it, the average consumer, the one who's here for enjoyment, does not want to hear the intricacies of this business. They're thinking, nigga, I'm not about to start a fucking podcast business.
Yeah.
don't care about
I
ads.
care. I care if you tell me Joe Budden fucked over your contract. Now I want to hear how these businesses work and things of that nature.
Yeah.
You know, now as an average person, that's it. That's an engaging conversation. But for the everyday person, no, I don't want to hear that.
Yeah.
But you go into Danny. Danny's digging into that. I love Danny content. It's just
Yeah.
this is a match made in heaven right here in terms of content wise. But just objectively listening, after listening to everything, I can see where it's like, if all your memories are fuck these niggas, you
And
know what I'm
then
saying?
I went to
and then
your
all of a
homie.
sudden, all of a sudden
Yeah.
I go to your homie,
Yeah.
and this nigga, I'm the shit all of a sudden. But then the very next week, I think it's so balanced. I was proud of how balanced our catalog was on the Rory Mall podcast.
When are
outside of like 1 or 2.
And when are
moments.
people like in our field gonna like? Why I feel like everybody gets a little cranky about what we say. Like you would think people in our field will understand that. Like, all right, I do the same thing. There's gonna be somebody else that does the same thing to me. Like it's almost like you live by the gun, you die by it.
Yeah.
It's
You
not,
get what I mean?
It's not that simple because they're not thinking of it from that perspective. Like what we're doing is kind of annoying. Like
It's fucking
honestly, like if you're being genuine and you were just out there living your life, doing your thing, and somebody arose just to critique what you do.
Step on your shit.
You know what I mean? Like that's some annoying shit. There's no campaign going against you yet. So it's like it's a different feeling. I understand why niggas can get irritated.
We've had short-term campaigns run against us. We haven't dealt with any real long-term campaigns that other podcasters have dealt with so far.
The thing that bothers me about it is that they like to pick and choose what we're saying. You know what I mean?
But that's the crazy part.
They're choosing to go to the most
salacious.
Not even salacious. It's like
not. But this is the thing.
they're picking the worst of the worst.
Yeah,
Or how to
Fucking
listen to
salacious.
it.
That's a good word.
Yeah. Especially because I'd listen to every clip. I listen to every clip.
But
they were so balanced.
And then if somebody says like, I don't like how you were talking to me, immediately you're thinking about everything that you said, even like the feeling in the gut
I don't
of
even remember
what.
half the shit.
You know what I mean?
Literally,
I don't remember any hate from nobody in this room for
Bro,
fucking
I
Rory.
remember, nigga, I listen.
You listen to everything.
And this is the thing too. It's like I realized on this call, AJ caught a crazy L. Whatever, y'all can call it that.
that's what they say?
That's what I think. That's a
consensus.
I think that's a general consensus for sure. Is that I caught a crazy
Where
L.
was
General-
Marge?
I don't even what the fuck general consensus.
I think
nigga,
I don't
what
know.
that
Y'all
mean?
drop it in the comments. But when I go back and listen to it, I was like, there was a point in this spaces when I said, bro, we don't watch each other's content. That was one of the things that I realized too. It's like Rory had an issue with us having such strong opinions and not knowing a fucking thing, which all of y'all have. I've noticed all of y'all have said that. Duh, we don't know a fucking thing. We didn't sign the dotted line, nigga.
Yeah.
We didn't. We never said we didn't sign the dotted line. We weren't in the meeting.
We'd be weird if we knew everything.
Exactly.
Then
you'd be right.
bro.
Then he'll be calling us.
Of course, there's certain facts that are going to be wrong. That's obvious.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you can build a relationship with a nigga. If something comes up, you can call him. Me and Rory exchange numbers. If something comes up about him, I'm keeping the same energy because I was proud of with the catalog that I saw. I'm not. That is going to be the exact same. I will go back and forth from fucking with what you've done this week to not fucking with what you've done because
It's not going to change because you got his number.
Hell no. The only thing that'll change is before I run a story, if it's something that possibly I want to get more details on it, if you want to give it up, I might call and ask or text and that. I'm not even gonna call a nigga. I'm gonna just text and be like, yo, you want to give me a little bit of background on this before we talk about it? That's pretty much essentially that's the grace that like I'll reach out to Charlamagne and be like, look, I got questions about this shit. Nigga. I'll tell Charlamagne straight because I've kicked. It's another thing. Rory just saying that he had something to do with our come up. Nigga,
that's disrespectful. Because it's really it's another way of saying the white man has yet again found his way to fool his hands into a black
enterprise
business, nigga, black enterprise, nigga.
That shit is just so fascinating that he said that because, brother, the Bring Idiots and Charlamagne the God connection, like the amount of clips that nigga has,
it was
coming up off. If we want to talk about coming up off hating on someone, Charlamagne's the only one who can say that. Like in terms of like getting his back kicked in the most consistent.
And us reaping the benefits.
Yes. For sure. But
harsh judgment for sure.
I was frontlining it for quite a while though. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah. So it's like that's the only thing. There was definitely nice spikes kicking a Rory and Maul podcast back in. But the one that was consistent, it's like, come on, bro.
First of all, this podcast got a lot of notoriety off alleged domestic abuse.
Yeah, man, we put an APB out on a nigga and it went up. Yeah. That's really what it came down.
We put an Amber Alert.
We put an Amber Alert
put the
out.
spotlight on.
That's all it was, bro. Now there's moments of trajectory, but no disrespect, the Rory and Maul podcast had nothing to do with any upward trajectory of our show.
Yeah.
Because there's two different types of views as well too, and I feel like Rory knows this too, and I feel like a lot of content creators know this. Is that you good?
No, just stay focused. Yeah.
Oh yeah, but it's like you can get a lot of views kicking somebody's back in, right? But if you're not speaking any sort of truth, it might be 8,000 views and 38 comments, right? But
Yeah.
another video get 8,000 views and 200 comments, right? You know, there's a certain the Rory and Mal ones. They weren't really that favorable. The views might have been spiked, but niggas are like, what the fuck are y'all talking? Y'all don't fuck with them. Y'all don't. It's it's like it's not like they were like we don't have a Rory and Mal fan base that come here because we don't cover y'all every single week. We cover y'all roughly once a month.
And a lot of people have to love the Rory and Mal podcast.
Nobody,
you know what I'm saying?
And no disrespect, but nobody here loves the podcast. You know what I'm
And
saying?
it's really that simple.
And then that's just
Really
what it
that
comes
simple.
down
That's
to.
true.
We can only take
Yeah.
in so much.
And the show is based off mainly, but it's just like so interesting kind of hearing some people rationalize it to where it's like, but you don't even watch it, so you don't know. Nigga, let's use the example from the clip. Mal is dead weight to the Rory and Mal podcast, right? That was the one where he had an issue with what Danny said about him during the Rory interview. Y'all remember that? And he was like, I never asked a man to do an interview with him. You remember that shit?
Yeah. He started sounding like this nigga.
Right. I don't have to watch the 2-hour podcast for that 17-minute section to be dissected. Does that
Right.
make sense?
Right.
Yeah.
Because our analysis of any podcast conversation, it doesn't start with the 10, 15-minute bit, and then we tell y'all why that bit affected the 2-hour podcast.
Yeah, no, we
It's
get straight to it.
It's about that.
It's
yeah.
about that moment. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
It's about
so
the
it's
moment.
like
That moment speaks to something.
And unfortunately, us not loving them, we don't really have like a horse in the race of getting the context to everything.
the part that fucks us up in not watching full episodes and really becoming fans
On all
is-
podcasts.
On all podcasts.
Because
is-
there's some that we
is-
do.
And then there's some that we do. We don't know the dynamic. So something don't happen on the Brilliant Idiots. We've all watched that for so long. We can be like, man, Charlemagne moves like this. Schulz probably feels like that. You know, like we can get a general gauge just because we've seen once a week for over 10 years how they interact with each other, how they joke with each other.
Yeah.
We might come in, hear Julian say an offensive joke and be like, yo, who the fuck is this? Like, this nigga's out of control. That's a incorrect judgment because if you're a regular fan of the show, you're like, that's who he is. You know, like, what are y'all talking about now? You know?
Yeah.
That's the only time. But the overall context of whatever that argument, whoever that piece is, that holds. You don't have to know the person 100% to, or know the content or the people in the podcast to have an accurate
And then it's
assessment.
one of those
But-
things where it's like, this isn't gonna stop at Rory. Like Big
no,
Sloth has
everybody
already
does.
said, man, y'all trying to get 1 million views off my name, and he paying for his.
First
you
of all,
get what I mean?
with what we do, that is always going to be the easiest move to try to get us with. It's like, you got this far based off my name.
Yeah.
And it's just simply not true. It's a lot of niggas talking.
You got it though.
It's not a lot of niggas doing it like how we doing it.
Yeah.
If,
I'm not about to go back and forth with it. Like over
Yeah,
some
literally.
goofy shit. Like, you know, it's just like you got
I just don't like the fact
You
that
got
niggas
it,
try
bro.
to discredit the work that we put in.
Yeah, that's another thing. I love how
Because
like
when-
everybody
when-
goes on these rants and then they say they are talented though. It's
When you have a
truthfully-
podcast, when
This
you
shit
have
is funny to
when
me.
you have a podcast that is about other podcasts, it's easy to think that like that's just the easy connection to make. But we are talented at what we're
but
doing.
the way
Oh,
that
yeah,
this,
they
the-
I don't
know
even
that.
like having to say that shit.
Yeah.
But
Don't
I
say
feel like
it. It doesn't matter, 'cause they know
niggas
it.
need to start giving us our credit. Because Rory,
Yeah.
I don't have to talk about you for another 5 weeks. We're gonna be okay.
it's pretty easy to not talk about them and be
Yeah.
okay.
We are gonna be
it's
perfectly
pretty,
fine.
Yeah, it's pretty
It's a
well
but
couple
good.
niggas
the
that we-
funny thing is,
We can do that with a lot of shows, honestly. Obviously, we can't do it about all the shows because it's about other podcasts, but y'all know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
There's not one, our channel identity is not linked to one fucking show, and I'd be damned. Saying it's a Rory Moore podcast is the most ridiculous shit.
Yeah. It's kinda disgusting.
It's the only two people who can have it is No Jumper, Brilliant Idiots. Those are the only two.
Yeah.
That's it.
Who have the right to say.
Who have the right to say some sort of, you wouldn't have a channel if it wasn't for me.
but here's the thing is,
Something along them lines. Y'all know,
And
y'all,
even
you get
then,
what I'm
yeah,
saying.
yeah.
Yeah, you get what I'm saying.
the way that this content is made is so like you said, so balanced that even if you were amazing fans of the show, it wouldn't really change how it's received because it's just about a lot of these people not being able to receive honest criticism,
Yeah.
an honest like debate about what the fuck is going on in their show. they're gonna turn it into hate no matter what. A lot of times.
Is that, and we also got to do our part in what we playing this. Because it's a lot of times where like we'll kind of loosely say that we hate on niggas. Joking.
Yeah, that's true.
It's like,
that's true.
But that kind of solidifies the brand in a lot of people's
It does.
ideas.
That's
It's just
true.
like, it makes it
Yeah.
seem
Good
like,
point.
oh, them the niggas that all the way in North Carolina, they just be popping shit on these beautifully assembled couches.
Yeah, that's a whole fact.
This motherfucking
Yeah, that is no. That's a great point though. Honestly,
So we also got to
We
take
gotta be-
accountability on that, because even it was a couple moments in the spaces where I get what's happening,
Right.
but you was like, yeah, you know, we be hating on y'all niggas.
Yeah, it's like,
but it's not
because
true.
you're just doubling down. We understand.
Yeah,
We
'cause
understand.
I really got.
We
to a
understand, but words are important.
point- Words are important.
We're in the business of language
Yeah,
arts.
that's
get
a
what I
fact.
mean?
It's a fact.
If we use the wrong word,
I
the
be
trees
held-
might be the wrong color
I'll
on
be
the
held
portrait.
accountable for my words too. But it's like, yeah, but you know when I stopped giving a fuck is when I realized we don't watch each other's content. See, there's another thing. I'm fucking honest when I say I didn't watch that fucking shit. I'm
Yeah.
honest. I'm honest. When a nigga is approaching you, they'll say, I watch all your shit. Rory asked me, when you went up to Joe's, wasn't it just to hate on niggas? And if that's all you think we do, then you think that we only up there to hate on niggas. I said it was an award show. I said every award had a positive and a negative.
Yeah.
That was that's the most balanced show we've
It
actually.
don't get more
it's
literally
it's
than that.
actually the most balanced show we've ever done. But the fact that you asked me that and it was like, oh, okay. No, I'm asking, and I was like, but you're just coming off of I watch everything. But you're like, so what was the point of the show? It's like, what the fuck? Did you watch the show?
He didn't watch the show.
None of us watched the show. We
He
all
just
watched the
knew.
clips. We all watched the clips.
And sometimes that's enough. But
a lot of the time, that's enough.
but from Roy's perspective, it makes perfect sense.
Yeah, from his
It makes
perspective,
perfect sense. And he might not be wrong. Regardless,
Whole time Maul is asleep during this. You know it.
Maul is too much of a real
Maul
nigga
is
to care.
asleep. Droopy
Look at
nigga.
this square activity.
But that's the thing. Like I mean, just like you, it's like what can we say?
There's nothing we can say. But speaking of watching watching all of everybody's shit, shout out to all of these people that was in these spaces. Because I'm not gonna lie, before you got there, they was defending the fuck out of us.
They
It
were.
was one nigga in there. I forgot your name. Shout out to you, brother. He knew.
Probably Caleb.
He knew everything.
Yeah,
like
it's
he knew
Caleb out
shit.
there.
He was teaching me about myself. I was like,
Yeah.
when did we do that? All right, bet.
Yeah, it's probably Caleb.
They
Very
was defending
interesting.
us better than AJ. AJ got in and he was like,
Yeah.
Roy,
Out of breath and shit.
Bro, that's the thing. It's like, bro.
Because did you just like go into the crib and was like, oh shit, like
Nigga, this is what happened.
AJ didn't even
First-
light his cigarette yet.
Nigga,
He wasn't ready.
Nigga, what the fuck, bro? First of all, we're coming off the 12-hour days of the 10-hour day of laying a floor.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
was a migrant the whole problem.
So the whole day we lay floor. I go in the house, I take a shot. Mind you, my nephew and my pops was here.
Yeah.
Then we all go out to dinner. I'm already beat from the day. Then I get a text from Danny, and he's like, we're coming like back from dinner, and he's like, yo, Rory in here talking about you. So I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I'm in a conversation, I'm in a good convo with my dad. I'm like,
got your nephew in the back.
I'm like, I got my nephew in the back. I'm like, hold up, dad. These niggas is talking about me. I need to figure out what the fuck going on.
Yeah.
I didn't even get a good time. It's so much going on. I said,
First of all, you gotta explain who this guy is.
it's just so much going on.
Why he's important.
It's so much going on. I was like, you know what? That's one thing I'll never do. I'm not interrupting my life for no goddamn space ever.
Yeah,
again.
Especially for
And-
ginger haired nigga.
We need to be there next time. We need to be on one of these spaces talking because
It would have been hilarious. It would have been hilarious.
it would have been funny.
It would have been funny.
Bare minimum.
Because I feel like I would have accidentally hurt Rory's feelings though. Like I feel like we can do
Would you
that.
apologize?
I don't think so.
Are you man enough to apologize to a
For
ginger?
Rory, yes, but
It's funny because he
Ginger
did.
hair.
Because
nigga.
Rory isn't really an enemy.
Rory isn't.
Rory's never
he's
been
not
an
at all,
enemy.
actually, yeah.
I don't like the sentiment that just spread.
Everything I've thought that like, okay, maybe we've hated on Rory. It's just been the little things he's done that even he can probably go,
Well,
That.
that's honestly the best part.
Because-
Is like a lot of the moments that we like critiqued. I
It's-
feel like I heard him talk about it, and we said it was corny, and he said, "Yo, that shit was corny." And I'm like,
like, how can you
we're
not-
always on the same
how do
page?
you-
It seems like. You
how
know
do you
what I'm saying?
not expect us to talk about like, you know, I don't remember him like being sad on Rory Amal, but I'm pretty sure he has been.
definitely
Where he
sad.
has that Rory face, that just
You know, he can-
melancholy face.
What's the thing from Winnie the Pooh? The donkey, the depressed donkey.
Oh, I can't
Donkey.
remember his name.
Yeah.
Oh, it is just
Donkey.
donkey.
Just
Yeah.
donkey.
Depressed donkey.
See, he's so
Oh,
fucking
no,
sad.
I know what you're talking about. I
Yeah,
forgot
he's
his name.
all like
Now you think about Shrek.
Eeyore, that nigga.
Eeyore.
Eeyore,
Yeah, yeah. Sometimes you
the
know, Rory,
immigrant new American culture.
he had to study it to fit in.
Yeah.
That
But
shit was probably made in like Europe or some shit. I feel like see where Winnie the Pooh was created. I feel like I don't. Something tells me
I think it
wasn't
is from the
America.
UK, like The
I feel like
Office.
it's some UK shit.
But sometimes when you come with that Eeyore energy, that's just joke better. A lot of times it's like when you're overly
And then-
emotional on podcasts, that is the most deadliest ammunition you can put out there.
And then I don't like when people just blindly don't like me. Like during the
It's
whole
not blind.
Well,
Don't
Canada.
lose sight of this.
well,
I knew it
not
wasn't America.
blind, but it's not like pinpointed. Like you can't say exactly why I make your stomach hurt, nigga. You know what I mean? Like
He did.
He did? But did he really though?
No, not really.
That's what I'm saying. Like even when during the whole T-Rail and Heather shit, I had niggas DMing me. I had to tell a nigga, I'm like, look, I will fight you. But let's be reasonable though. You get what I mean? Let's be reasonable though. Like if you see me in person, you try that shit, it's gonna happen.
But
But let's
it's
be
always
reasonable.
different like
and
that,
then
yeah.
once you break it down, it's like, man, you actually a cool dude. You know what I mean? I'm gonna come to North
Yeah.
Carolina to give you some of my hoes and shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's what he said.
Paul.
But overall, though, thought it was a decent space. Whatever, it was cool.
Where does Danny fit in all this? Because it's interesting. Like I've been noticing, this nigga has just been causing chaos. I know for a fact
the
Danny is
facilitator.
laid up in his fucking crib
Yeah.
with a soft little snuggie or something. Just diabolical.
Yeah.
I had
don't
something to say about that.
Yeah, nah, Danny is an evil villain, and I think I've been looking around. I feel like Joe's about to just hit the red button on this nigga.
On Danny, the red button's been hit, nigga. It's up for them too.
Think so?
I know so. It's happening already.
What's happening right now?
Yeah, it's active.
He said, and it's crazy to see the evolution of the creation. You know what I mean?
Speaking of that, let's
Was
go.
this not predictable?
Absolutely. Yeah, let's go over
Nah.
to that. Let's go over to that real quick. This is the 20v1.
That's what they're calling it.
That's what I'm calling it because, Mandii made a video where she was on Instagram Live a week ago. Because these Twitter Spaces have had a lot of people that are Joe's enemies. It's like Joe's ops are linking up. Rocky Thunder, Danny from the Stop, Rory, Maul,
Tax.
Tax. Oh yeah, that's the.
This is a
clutch,
very
too.
long list.
Yeah, long story short, I made it. What's interesting, this is kind of funny. I made a list of victims that Joe Budden has just because I thought it was kind of funny.
Victims is a crazy word.
Victim is a crazy word, and to be fair,
Because it's Joe Budden we talk about.
the list does say a list of Joe Budden's victims.
But we get
Not
the point.
all these people are victims, but
Nor women.
But yeah, I got Rory, Rocky Thunder, Danny from the Stop, Ish at one point, Charlemagne, but they don't speak on each other, so they move past it. Maul, same thing, doesn't speak on each other. Mandii, she's coming back. She's inching back towards Joe by defending him, saying, I can't believe Joe Budden's ops linked up. I don't know if she's coming back, but whatever. Y'all know what I'm saying. Peter Rosenberg, Marissa Mendez, Taxstone, Adam 22. Somebody added Complex and Spotify. I don't know who added that.
I did that. You was talking about enemies of Joe Budden. I was like, who's some businesses that don't like this nigga?
Yeah, bruh. So, going back, because we really never got to kind of hone in on that point. I think one of the things that I'm also learning from going to these spaces is that it's like a certain level of battered that Joe Budden knows how to leave niggas in. You know what I'm saying? To where it's like, no matter what I say to y'all, man, Joe Budden has always been good to me. He ain't never done no funny shit. They always say yet. That's the consensus. It's no matter what, it's gonna be yet. We've already been used as pawns, which is whatever. It's we came out. It's obvious who came out on top of that. You know what I'm saying?
Which is
not even on
ironic.
top. It was an even.
Which is ironic because
We all
the
moved-
reason why Joe Budden reached out is because we said something mean about him.
Literally.
But
Literally.
to your point.
But
Yeah.
it depends. It depends. That might have just been his mastermind minding your master. Nigga.
Yeah.
All three
He
things-
waited until we said something mean about him
I think
so
this
he
is
could
the-
feel the way he
I just
feels.
think this is one of the biggest
Emotional abuse.
I think this is one of the
This nigga.
biggest things is that I think people, I don't know how else to put it. These niggas, people that if I realize if I say I ain't got no problem with Joe, that's a problem. That is a problem.
Because now you look funny.
Right.
Because it's the only way to be cool around Joe is to do grimy shit with him.
That's what
your hands got to be as muddy.
It's almost like that's how it seems.
Yeah.
And it's, you think you're good, it just hasn't happened to you yet. See, this is the thing. I don't think anybody's naive to where like Joe couldn't just one day just be like, fuck Menace Material and fuck Homeroom. I feel like we all collectively know that could happen at any fucking day, right? None of us care. That's the most important thing. And as of right now, if there's a nigga that hasn't done nothing to me, I can't tell you he's done something to me.
You want to know what it is? The reason why, like, I don't think people understand how little these niggas matter to like our business. You know what I mean? Like Joe has no say in our business.
No.
So if Joe says fuck Menace Material one day,
it's up. The next episode
is gonna do us a favor.
What?
Like it's not like our contract's gonna cancel with Joe. But Joe, what? Nigga, what?
Come on. And then
there's no contract.
Same thing with you were a pawn. That's the only reason why you came up there. Well, thank God that he hates y'all niggas. You know what I'm saying? What the fuck? Like, shout out to the beef. Shout out to the victims of Joe Budden. Yeah. Because they might have assisted us in getting up there and helping out what the fuck we got going on.
Your downfall with this nigga led to our upfall.
Uprise.
Uprise. Whatever.
That's what good relationships are supposed to do.
I feel like
I'm not supposed to be getting drained by you from being in a circumstance with you.
But 100%.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. But it's at the
just go. Let's just go.
It doesn't matter. Is there some type of timeout?
It doesn't matter.
I'll go sit at that desk. I promise.
But long story short, it's like being a pawn within somebody's game is not always bad. All of us are playing games, bro.
Yeah.
There's all a certain level of game. We're playing the Menace Material game. Y'all playing the Rory Mall game. You're playing Danny's playing the Danny from the Stop game. Joe is playing the Joe game. Joe's game just is like this, like with the, what do they call these niggas? The puppeteers or whatever.
Puppeteers.
He just has so many fucking branches off of his just issue tree. You know what I'm saying?
He's a ventriloquist.
Yeah.
No, hand up but he got the hand. Joe Budden got his hand up a couple people's asses.
Yeah.
You in timeout too, nigga.
Yeah.
No, ridiculous.
Could have said a puppeteer.
Why? But it's like you
ventriloquist.
Puppeteer, just use that.
Yeah, but you could have stopped there because we know where they put the hand, but you ain't had to describe it.
Yeah, but let's be honest. If you've heard these spaces, they talk about Joe like,
oh man,
they talk about Joe like I've never seen.
They said Joe's our guy.
I think they need to take what we do, nigga. Like they might do a better job. That's a joke.
No, they won't.
That's a joke. Calm down. But you get the point. Like these niggas talk about Joe Budden.
You said that. This thing, what also happened? I also stay getting frustrated because y'all already know how I feel about the spaces. It's like, I need y'all side characters to shut the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? It's like...
Don't say that. You got to call them out, my nigga.
It depends on the side character.
Call them.
It depends.
Especially in that spaces in particular, I feel like there was nobody that was really there that was unnecessary.
No, none of that was unnecessary, but there were moments, especially towards the end, where it was like, Rory's not even arguing his point. You're arguing his point for him. Let this nigga say what he wants to say. It's like... He might not have nothing to say, or he might have had everything to say, but I can't hear it because now I'm listening to you fucking explain what he means. No, tell that nigga can explain to me what he means.
Rory does.
You know what I'm saying? I don't like that shit. It's like Slick does it a lot. No disrespect, because I think Slick is decent and he's good in spaces, but it's like, I don't need you to always repeating and just breaking down it. No, that nigga can tell me, or this person can say it. Like in layman's, they can articulate themselves.
Like let him load
job of the moderator.
Yeah, bro.
Let him load his own firearm.
Yeah,
like,
Danny's good at it, but it's like some people it's just like it's too much, bro. It's like it's too much. If I'm supposed to be talking to this nigga, it's whatever.
There's a certain balance that goes into it, but ultimately they be having information. Sometimes they be having useful information. This one they had it.
Sometimes they might have useful information for if you're like looking at for the winner. Like if you're in there trying to like win the debate, right?
Oh, okay.
It's like I didn't even have that information, but thank you for throwing that out there for me, nigga. Mm-hmm. I can use that. I can attach myself to that point.
Trying to win in spaces.
Yeah. But
Jesus Christ.
Overall, man, this thing is interesting. Rory's cool, man. I think we'll link up.
Rory is an interesting character.
Who knows?
How can niggas call us weirdos and want to link up? exchange numbers.
Because that's
But you
look,
like weirdos?
No,
you got a weirdo fetish.
You live
Rory?
by the sword, you die by the sword. We're eating what we sow, nigga. Like this is exactly what
That
is
was
supposed to
I
happen.
think that
You
was
sow your
I
food?
think that was
No,
supposed to be a
but you get
Sunday
what I mean.
moment. I think. I don't know.
You think
Or-
it's supposed to be a what?
I don't know. I have a hard time beat. Would you?
I don't know.
Or it's just
I think that was supposed to be like some sunning moment. Like I already won this debate, but I'll do your podcast. I think that's all that was.
oh, like he throwing us
yeah.
some used meat.
yeah, something like that. But at the same time,
He
it's
worse
like,
I don't think so.
but at the same time, it's like
I think Rory is too smart for that. I think
too smart for what?
I think Rory, especially after dealing with Joe, like he's become hardened. Like Joe Budden was like his boot camp. I think he was reasonably upset just because it's like the idea of what we do. But outside of that, personally, like because everybody seems to fuck with us on a personal level, it's just we talk a little shit. You know what I mean? We might.
Yeah. Well, I think now too, because it was like there was that one. It started off with him trying to get his shit off, or him getting his shit off, because it's just get your shit off, nigga. You know what I'm saying? But then he was like halfway through, like trying to have he's like, no, I'm trying to have a real conversation. Like, is this sustainable? And I'm like, are we supposed to be like just talking like, hey, let's talk about our channels now? This is weird.
You
I
didn't want
think-
to bomb with Rory?
I think you took it. Did you take it too personally?
You took it too personal.
No, I didn't take it personally. It was I just didn't give a fuck once I realized we both don't watch each other's content in full. I didn't give a fuck anymore. It was like I genuinely don't care.
Kind of clocked out.
Yeah, because it's like, oh man, I'm just kind of going back and forth with somebody that feels like this. Because like I said, I took the time and watched every clip that we've ever had about Rory and Maul, and it was always balanced. So that's why I was like, oh okay, it's just we don't watch each other's content. That's fine. I don't have a problem admitting it, but you had to ask, was it just a hate fest at the Control the Juice episode? It wasn't. It was a positive and it was a hate fest. It was a party of two. It was a beautiful party of two worlds.
You would think they say gingers are like the closest thing to niggas that aren't niggas. You would think it would have.
Is that what they say?
They say gingers are the white. The
They said it
niggas
about
are black people.
About the
niggas are-
Irish, not just gingers.
but
It's the
they-
Irish.
Irish are
Which they happen to be gingers sometimes.
sometimes.
I feel like majority.
But
of
it's
the time,
nothing
like,
about being redheaded that makes you tougher.
Eh,
It's nothing.
that's debatable. This ain't the podcast for that though.
I mean,
But,
turn into it for a couple
Continuing,
seconds.
but continuing. I don't feel like arguing about white people right now. But continue about the Joe Budden and like Danny. Do you think Danny has like purposely been accumulating Joe's, past enemies for all intents and purposes?
No, I don't think so. I don't think consciously. It's just hard to not make it look like a op link up session when you have so many people
With
that
so
don't
many
like
ops.
you. So many ops. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like there's so many.
But in Joe's
You
head,
see me kicking it with these niggas. It's like, yeah, this looks like an op link up session. It's whatever.
but I wonder what Joe thought their relationship was. You know what I mean? Like, what did Joe think their relationship was like? Yeah, we cool, but like, nigga, I'm above you because it's like I'm Joe Budden.
Yeah, that's always.
And you should
I mean,
always,
That's always. That's
and
always
you
the
should
energy.
always fall in line
For sure.
with
yeah.
our
100%.
program
That's pretty safe.
because
to
he's
say.
on our team.
100%.
So
and
you-
when Danny won't fall in line with the program,
And Danny, for all he's linking up with niggas. He's talking to
Linking up with
niggas.
the ops.
He's linking up with the ops.
Yeah, it's just what it is.
So
It's cool.
it kind of makes sense for Joe Budden to just be like,
Everything makes so much sense. It's just strange when it's like selectional outrage kind of thing too. You know what I mean?
yeah.
But yeah, man, the whole linking up with the op shit, that's crazy. But honestly, sometimes being up on them stages, man, once they start talking a crazy way, I'm like, I'm getting the fuck up out of here because it's the point. I don't hate this nigga.
Yeah.
Did you tell
I
him
think
that
it-
though?
Did I tell
It
what?
wasn't necessary to tell. Like
Did I,
you
did I,
can.
t- did
you
I
don't-
tell them that
All
I
things
don't,
are necessary to
did
tell.
I-
Nah,
you
it
said-
wasn't.
what are
because
you asking? Did I?
You talking about? He's asking. Did you tell Rory that you didn't hate him personally? And I don't. It wasn't necessary.
I told the whole room that.
It wasn't necessary.
That,
Yeah, I told
first
him.
of all, when you're having a conversation, especially things like this, all things have to be said.
All things have to be
All
said.
things have to be
and
said.
speaking of that point, I do think it's a coincidence that Danny just happened to be linking with all like the legion of Joe Budden.
Right.
But I wouldn't put it past Danny
I wouldn't either.
because Danny is the secretly cunning motherfucker.
He is.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
He doesn't like sharp
no
angles
idiot.
on his face, but it's some sharp angles in his head for sure.
Yeah.
And in his content for sure. Yeah. Danny ain't no idiot. So yeah, it could be. It works both ways. you can look at it either way, even objectively. You can literally, honestly view it from both sides.
What do you think? Do you think Danny and the
No,
back?
no. I don't think that it was. But it's like, how do you?
But
tell?
why not though? If
only
you're
re-
Danny,
The only reason I don't think that is because nigga Tax Stone wants to jump in this Twitter space. Like Rocky Thunder's in here all of a sudden, and she's like, "Yo, I can bring Tax Stone in here." Why would Danny ever say no? You know what I'm saying?
That'd
Like,
be weird.
It's like if he
Yeah.
said no, that would be weirder.
Either Joe Budden is gonna turn on him, or the people who watch Danny are gonna turn on him. And if you
Yeah.
had to choose, it has to be Joe.
I can't imagine
you of
being,
the people.
Yeah, I can't imagine being in the audience and just Rocky Thunder requesting to speak. And she's like, "Yo, Tax was to come in," and I'm just being like, "No." I'd be like, "What the fuck is happening right
What
now?"
you
Like,
scared of,
Yeah,
Danny?
like what the
Yeah.
fuck? You better get this nigga in here. I want to
You
hear
better
this.
show love to that your
So, yeah.
Hispanic brethren.
Yeah, so
and I do think in
I think
a
it's
weird
kinda-
way,
yeah.
it's kind of like advantageous for him and Joe to like really hate each other.
I think it's best too.
I just it makes more sense. They like as a
Well,
they
this-
don't need to be that close.
I don't think that they have to hate each other, but
Well, hate is a
there has
strong
to be
word.
some level of separation.
it has to
Absolutely.
be
It has to be.
boundaries, nigga. Boundaries.
100%. And this is what I also think too. I also think that I think Danny navigates it well in terms of how frequent he would talk to Joe Budden. It's like, bruh, Joe Budden gave us a great opportunity. We went up to New Jersey. Rory also said, Joe don't fuck with them no more. I don't talk to Joe like that. It's like, and I'm not pressed to talk to Joe like that. You know, it's like, I don't ask. I'm not asking for favors. We don't ask for handouts. We don't ask for favors. I'm not trying to key and maintain. There's no ill relationship with him, but I'm also not like once a week being like, hey, Joe Budden, how's your breakfast? You know what I'm saying? I'm not doing that either. You like,
And even then, like so I don't want to say that, but it's kind of stupid to say, oh, he doesn't fuck with you no more. Like, nigga,
like,
you
what
a
the
grown man too. Why were you saying that?
That was kind of crazy.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that was
Like-
kind of crazy. He don't fuck with them no more. I was like, what?
What are you talking about?
Okay. I don't. It's just strange, man.
Yeah, what are we supposed to do? A weekly FaceTime call, just check in?
Yeah, monthly
know what I
check in.
mean?
What up, Joe? You
But
But
good?
it's
So we still on your
different. But
good
this
side.
is completely different for Rory
But when
because
you
their
have that-
relationship.
When you have that, and then this is another thing that I also realized too is I said, Dan, we talked about Rory, and he has a lot of ops too, like academics, Joe Budden. And I'm like, oh shit, I forgot. Like academics came up at some point. I was like, oh damn, I forgot. Him and academics hate each other. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
This is another sore spot.
Yeah. That
Yeah,
is
but-
kind of hard to forget, though, just based off how hard Ag went. He used to ride.
I forgot it completely.
Nah,
Me
he used
too.
to. He,
No,
nigga,
I forgot, nigga.
We've had moments on this podcast when we was covering it like, yo, this is pure hate. He literally wanted to see them fall down so bad. I
forgot.
Okay.
no.
I genuinely forgot. But you know, all you
Yeah.
niggas
There
that
was a
got
point he wouldn't even address them properly by their names.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
Rory.
Yeah.
Rory and Millie Moore.
Millie
But yeah,
Moore.
in the 20v1 versus Joe Budden versus everybody, I think Danny's gonna be completely. I think everybody's gonna be fine.
Why
It's
don't
just-
light skins have friends?
It's just honestly, who gives a fuck? When has it not been 20v1 against Joe Budden? I mean, this is like when has it not been that? I feel like this is the same story.
I think that's the only way he can win.
But that feels like
Joe
his
Budden
mo-
can't just fight one nigga.
feels like his most comfortable position, bro. Just 20 niggas hating him at a time, or based on my list, 12 niggas hating him at a time. And I'm sure this list is short.
And it's crazy because
That's
it's
not
like,
even including artists.
man, that's not including like nigga dealers that you ran off on or whatever. But
There's a
it's kind of funny. It's kind of funny because that's happened. That's happened. I saw it. But it's funny how like there's nobody that's just middle ground with Joe.
No.
It's just like, yo,
Yeah, I feel like
I
we're
don't
I
really.
think we're as close as it gets.
I think we're as close to middle ground.
and this is perfect.
Because
this
he
is
hasn't done.
perfect.
Because he hasn't done nothing to us.
Because he can't.
Yet.
What can he do?
Yeah, let's never
Yet.
forget. Let's never
Don't forget the
yet.
yet.
How
Yeah.
can
He's used us. Do you feel used?
We were pawns.
first of all,
Hold on,
let's be honest.
real quick. You was a pawn in another man's game.
It's hard to feel like a pawn when you got tricked on.
Pause.
That's exactly how to feel.
Pause.
Ooh, the pause.
Whoa,
is
Nah,
Whoa.
nah, we doing it. We doing it.
No,
We're going
you
there.
doing
We
it.
doing it.
You did
You
it.
couldn't afford that hotel in your best fucking year, nigga. And that year hasn't even happened. I know you can't afford
Act
that
like
hotel.
you've been somewhere, nigga.
It's still, nigga.
What
You
is
get
your
the point.
problem?
You get the point.
Nah, I don't get the point. I'm
But,
not going to do another man's bidding because he put me in a nice bed. That's crazy. That's what you just said.
That
That's what you
is-
just fessed up
that is
to.
what you just said, actually.
So y'all ain't enjoy that
Justin-
free bed.
Justin, yo, hold on.
What about the free breakfast,
Yo.
nigga?
It was
What's
continental and it was delicious.
And we got free ticket. We got free breakfast tickets, nigga. Let's not act like. But look, this is the problem.
Let's act like we've been somewhere before.
Joe.
Let's act like we can afford the couches we sitting on. nigga. Come on, Justin. Damn it.
Nigga, with your business card, fuck you. But this is the problem, right?
Where's yours?
It's in the mail. But it is
Lying, nigga.
it is funny, man. It's just like, man, I
feel
hate
bad,
Joe
I
Budden
do feel bad for the people who have bad stories.
because all of them are true. to that person.
And some of them we've covered how true they were.
Yeah.
So it's like, y'all niggas have the reason. It's just like, I don't know.
But you know,
Actually,
and
those
it
stories
might
are the
be-
reasons we treat Joe the way we treat him. Like,
And it might be unfortunate, right? Because it's like, look, I mean, the only people that have like that can say they hate Joe Budden is people that they allowed him to be in a position where they could be fucked over by him.
Yes,
You get what I
pretty
mean?
much. Yeah, honestly.
That is true, but
No, that's
that
a great
doesn't.
point,
But
yeah.
that doesn't take away from the fact that a
You
nigga
fucked
is
him
taking advantage of
Of course,
vulnerability.
For sure.
of course,
Alleged.
of course, but
And
also
and confirm sometimes.
also accountability.
Yeah.
Because everybody said the same thing. Like,
Yo,
oh, it's not going to be
I
me.
compiled a couple screenshots of some of the favorite clips that I saw when I went back through the Rory and Mal
Discography, because it's so extensive
of us
man.
talking about them. And
What
these
was
are
the best one?
these are some of the moments that I'm highlighting because they were either so egregious or they were the balance. I thought it was the perfect balance of righteous, just shit talking
Sweet and sour.
Of joke and justification.
Yeah, it was some
Sweet
really
and
good
sour.
ones. I'm gonna link them in here. The Rory, Julian deserved to get beat up clip. Ole was on that episode. Rory and Julian forced through Valentine's Day episode because Maul was missing. That was a good one. What else?
And just real quick, these are moments that
Oh, Savon and Alex lied about the secret meeting. That was an all positive clip
I remember that.
for Rory and Maul.
Yeah, I remember that.
Of course, the most hating Rory and Maul podcast.
Maul's got a few. Maul's got a few clips dedicated to him as
Rory
well.
responds to Joe Budden, "You piece of shit. That was a shame on you." Episode. Yeah, man. So I thoroughly enjoyed the revisionist history. But he did say
Wouldn't you?
he did say at one point it was somebody with the braids in the parks of the podcast have said the most egregious things.
But that's too. Well, that's.
It could be either of y'all.
It could
I
be-
literally said if we had joined the spaces, we would hurt his
It
feelings.
could be either of us.
Who
But,
knows?
yeah, I don't
It's
know.
probably
Who
both of
knows?
us, and we just merged into one nigga over
Yeah.
time. Because
I said the most egregious shit.
Yeah.
you're definitely the parts of this.
That's
I'm
insane.
No, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie.
He's right.
He was right.
What'd I say?
He said,
What Lauren say?
and this was the first Royal Mall clip too.
Oh, he hated from
It was the
start.
It was the first one. Lawrence said, he said, "Well, I like the new cast because Rory would always suck his." And I was like,
yeah.
"Oh, that
Yeah.
goes pretty crazy."
That's what it was.
It was so shocking
the way I said it.
that you said, "Oh, well, damn."
Yeah.
I was
see
like,
that, Rory? This
I
is
said,
fair.
"Okay, that was bad." Okay,
I shouldn't
But
have said it
that's
that way,
balance.
but there is truth in what I was
Yeah.
saying. I did not like how I didn't feel like he gave Joe proper pushback. When I knew he
Yeah.
had things to say, he didn't say them. And that's
Yeah.
I didn't like that.
And as
So,
a man,
yeah,
you
I
want
didn't like
to
that.
see another
yeah, but
man
it was just
speak
like,
up.
Yeah. The way I said that
the
was
fact
kinda
that
wild.
you just said that.
Well, how long ago was that?
That was literally our first Royal Mall.
Exactly.
That
I
was
was a
back
little
when you-
It
green,
was
man.
literally-
Come
you
on.
was
I was a
green.
little
It was-
green,
It was
man.
literally our
You just
first
got your
one,
immigration
bruh.
status.
Come on.
That's why, because
He was
even
a little unruly.
when Rory
I
had said it
apologize
on
for that.
Spaces,
I
I was like,
apologize for that.
"What the fuck has Rory? What the fuck has white man said that was so crazy?" First clip, I said, "That has to be it. That has to be. That was the one. It had to be
If
that
I
one.
said those words with the one you bleeped just now, I apologize, my
It had
brother.
to
I
be
did
that
not mean
one.
it in that way. I'm
It
He
had
still
to
sorry.
had
be
his
that.
dreadlocks back then. He was a little bit more egregious.
I have a feeling
More
he did.
wild.
He did have his dreadlocks back then. I feel like the dude with the braids might have been you. There was one. I'm not 100% sure, but it was one moment
I'll take it.
when I found this really funny, but I could understand why a nigga found this offensive. And long story short, it was you said about Rory, you were like, he misses that good pimping, that good Joe Budden.
That's a sore spot.
And then
That's a sore
we
spot.
bounced off of it about how he missed the blade. We went for like 2 to 3 minutes.
Rory had on a skirt.
Yeah.
You just it's some wet wipes.
So I was like, you know, this is funny. As I'm listening back, I'm like laughing, but I'm like, you know what? If a nigga just like starts doing this shit, fuck them niggas too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I get it. So I think those are the main two highlighted moments where I think that's why y'all might have got singled out.
Well, shout out to me and White Man for agreeing on something.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah, it was cool though. I fuck with Rory, man. Hey, man, when you come into the city, hit me up, nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Rory, you can sit right here. That's how hospitable we are.
And it definitely ain't no hate, bro. I've actually bigged them up a lot in these clips too. I don't know if you heard those.
You
The
have.
ones after.
I do remember.
I bigged them up a whole
We
lot.
don't even have to say it. I watched every clip.
Yeah,
Every clip that we have is fucking balanced. I stand on
Yeah,
every single clip.
There's only one.
Outside of the Most Hated Rory Mall podcast. It's obviously. I was doing the most. You know
There's
what I'm saying?
only one particular individual who can say without a shadow of a doubt that we've covered him with no objectivity. There's only one person that can say that.
He can't even say that.
Well, he can because of how it turned out. But when
Now
it
he
started
can.
off,
It was
he
pure.
couldn't have said that.
Yeah.
It was pure. It was
Yeah,
fair.
it was pure. Yeah.
But you took it a different place. But we ain't gonna say your name because we don't do that with Voldemort's.
All right, let's get the fuck off of this because God forbid Rory said we dedicated half the episode to him.
We did though.
We have plenty more.
Shout out Roy.
Fair to say.
Shout out
So, Figgmunity has started another show. So, like when No Jumper had first canceled all the shows pretty much.
Yeah.
Figgmunity made this post that was like, yo, we about to start going live. Like we about to do some sort of like news podcast broadcasting thing. And I think they're on like episode 3 at this point, maybe 4. And it's like a whole new cast of people. And the long story short, it's called Fair to Say.
And it changes every time.
It does.
They have a rotating guest.
Stet is the consistent though.
Yeah, that's what the comments
one is
said.
Stet
But
again?
Stet is far right.
Okay.
So he's the consistent. So I think he's the one that's going to be facilitating the guest people.
He's the playmaker. But shout out to the dark skinned brother in
Tiny.
the middle. Nah, not Tiny. Shout out Tiny too. Man, I don't want to shout out too many niggas because I hate when they do that on podcasts. But
Go all
him
the way
right
to the
there,
beginning, though.
the dude on the left is hilarious.
Okay, these two niggas on the left. I watched this whole thing. I didn't make it to the whole thing. These two niggas on the left, I think this is a decent lineup. Obviously, Tiny's not going to be a consistent lineup person because he's part of the Apollo. But Illa is the one that is the good balance between this lineup. The beginning of this episode, for the first 2 to 3 minutes, I didn't see episode 1, but obviously the light-skinned nigga got cooked by the dark-skinned nigga. I don't know any of their names. But long story short, they roasted each other for the first 2 to 3 minutes of this. Go to the very beginning.
I watched this. Shit was crazy.
And I was like, oh, they don't really like each other. But they can work past this, and this will be a great on-camera relationship. You know what I'm saying?
That's what happened with me and Lauren.
it's a beautiful light skin and dark skin dichotomy.
Oh my God. Do you remember when one of the comments said, you remember that?
Yeah,
I don't want to say what it is.
for context,
Y'all remember exactly what
There
that
was a
com-
point in time when me and Lauren, we got our chemistry. It's like we go at each other sometimes, but it's all love. Like,
Yeah,
we
it's
know
always
it's all
love.
love.
It's always love.
But there was a point in time where it was one concerned young lady who was like, these guys are funny, but I'm worried Lauren and Anthony might actually fight soon. I don't know why I was like, I got them the name.
That shit was funny.
She was that concerned.
She was concerned as fuck.
Because she
By my
knows
government
Lauren would
name.
fuck you up.
No, here we
But let's
go.
watch this video. This is funny.
Lauren ain't fucking.
Can't put this
Why would you say that? Lauren touched your
on the
chin.
screen.
Something comes after that.
What did you make up after that?
Yo, what's the deal, world? We are back. This is fair
forward.
to say,
Oh, actually,
episode
let's-
3.
let's hear their
and it
names.
looks like the tables changed a little bit. Who we got in this motherfucker? Yes, sir.
It's definitely a herd, you know what I'm saying? I go by Tiny. Shout out to y'all for having me here, you know
Of course,
what I'm saying?
brother. Thank you for coming.
It was random. I got a call or a text
skip
from
forward
Jack,
a little
who
bit.
never called or
Skip forward
texted.
to when
Power.
you
You know what I'm saying? Now,
Happens
I
pretty
know
fast.
an understanding between, you know what I'm
right
saying, light skin
Right.
and dark skin relationship.
Go back a little bit.
Yeah, that's why I want to skip.
Yeah, nah, he brought a.
Yeah, all right.
Hit pause real quick
He
before
brought a
we
little-
watch the roast. I didn't get the joke because I didn't see the previous episode.
I mean, he's fat.
That's a joke.
What
That's
was
a part of it.
it was like inshore or something like that.
Yeah, well,
Slim
I don't know if we was going to spoil it,
Slim
but
Fat,
he
yeah.
brought him a bag of Slim
Well,
Fast and tried to make it
they-
into a bit and ended up getting cooked in the process.
He got
That's what
cooked.
fat niggas do. They cook anything.
Yeah, okay, yeah,
nigga.
just go ahead and play it, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know,
Okay.
and I know you love donuts. I know you love,
Okay.
you know what I'm saying, drinking good. So,
Yeah, all right. You bought some donuts today,
What?
too. I thank you for that.
yeah, of course, because I know you like donuts. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? So,
Okay.
I'm going to make sure we got an understanding between, you know what I'm saying, light skin
Right.
and dark skin relations. So, I brought a gift for you, you know what I mean?
That's
Just-
light skin.
Oh, he's starting off
That's
with
light
gifts.
skin.
You know, so I got
Nigga wanna give a nigga a gift.
I got a gift for my man right here. So open it up and see what we got up in
All
there.
right,
You know
man,
what I'm
let's
saying?
see.
Just out of my appreciation for you.
For my light skinned nigga
You know what
from
I'm saying?
what's this?
To let people know.
Don't knock over the cup.
I'm gonna fuck him up. I'm gonna fuck him up.
What is that?
Oh,
Slim Fat.
Hey.
Good. It's
Hey,
good.
you G-Lo.
Slim Fat.
Bro.
It's good, bro.
No, I'm not doing that, bro.
Bro, you like good
No,
eating. I
bro.
know you like
What?
donuts and
First
nice
of all,
things to drink. Like
first of
it goes
all,
good for you, man.
This
What?
Key Sweat looking ass nigga came in here trying to give me some Slim Fast, bro. What I look like, bro?
You look like the 5th missing member of the Ninja Turtles. I'm just saying, man. It's good though. You like?
He came with the antics. It's fair to say Lazard came with the shit today.
Bro, y'all got this knockoff ass ball brother coming in this bitch trying to be this guy. You got them hollow ass chains on with the bullshit ass shave up, and you got slashes in your eyebrows in 2024. What are we talking about?
Bro, you a grown man with.
Pause.
I like hollow chain. That is funny. The
But I told you that nigga's hilarious.
hollow
Bro,
chain
no,
is
no,
funny.
like-
that was a whole run. Hollow chain, a Ball Brother knockoff, and slashes in your eyebrows in 2024. That's a crazy
Yeah.
lineup, bro.
And you see the thing
That's
is,
crazy.
Like with a light skinned nigga like this, it's like
It's very-
everything is writing itself. He just has to
Yeah.
be sitting across from
Exactly.
Yes, dog. Yeah,
Exactly.
bro. Yeah.
Because he was a little unbearable at first. Like
no, he was.
he was talking super fast, like he was trying to sell me something.
He was, yeah.
Like he sounded like one of them Spectrum niggas.
He didn't
in the
know he
middle.
had an hour and 30 minutes.
Yeah,
Yeah, and this is their first time doing it.
He trying to get me before I go to aisle 3.
I also thought it was hilarious that just Tiny's just sitting there like, what's happening right now?
It's none of my business.
Nigga, that shit had me crying, bro, because it's like, I can't jump in this because they clearly got something to settle.
Yeah, they got some
But it's like,
animosity.
but
This is unfinished
He
business.
Broke the ice then.
instead kept trying to like regain the control of the podcast, but bro, it just kept getting derailed. They got it right though.
Yeah, but you can't regain control of this. This is an old battle.
Yeah, they had to get this out. They
This is
had
a
to get
battle
this
that's
out the
gonna
way.
happen. It's bigger than them. It's about the skin colors.
God
Man,
damn.
man. He
This
brought,
nigga
white
wearing
one.
a, he's
brought
wearing a
props,
shirt
bruh.
that says cookies, and his socks also say cookies.
And you gotta understand, he brought the nigga donuts 30 minutes before this.
He playing the
This
whole
was a
thing.
setup. Make him happy, bring him down. He's pimping. Yeah, I'm telling you, nigga, this shit was good.
So this is like on some Reddit shit. Apparently, this nigga was on some like reality TV show, and it was like,
Light-skinned brother?
yeah, and it was like on some VH1 shit. I
shit.
don't.
Oh,
It
God.
was, it was crazy.
He looked like a nigga on
but
that
that's
show.
the thing though. He's a premier light skin. Like
He is, yeah.
every stereotype that we could think of right now, it's probably true.
No, dead ass.
Dangly
Because,
earrings.
in the clip. I
You
wish I
think of
knew.
one.
I wish I knew the show.
Yeah, he piecing down. I don't know.
The Figgmunity people or whatever. They can say what show that reality thing was from. But it was weird because it was like,
He's probably on a circle.
bro, it was just like the TV shows back in the day. So like he's in his bedroom getting dressed and like he said, yeah, you know, I'm about to go and get some gifts for my girl because you know she's with the other guy, but I think I can get her back. And then there was a scene where he like flashed forward.
dead ass?
I'm so serious. And the nigga, his ex-girlfriend and her new nigga are,
Dark skinned brother.
I don't remember
Or
honestly.
And
did
is
she
she
leave him
white?
for a lighter light skin?
I don't remember those details at all. All I remember is that
You don't
on
remember nothing important.
I do remember. This is the important part. He was on TV begging his ex chick
Oh shit.
while her new nigga was sitting next to him. Like, look at this nigga. You know you know I'm better than him. I was like, wow, this is crazy.
That's good TV though. That's,
that
that
is
sounds like
great.
good television.
Sound like
It's
some
great
real
TV.
world shit.
It's really like, but it was way more fabricated. It was like I don't even know what show this was. It felt it had the rawness and the wildness of that show. What was that show Next? The bus show.
Okay.
No, they'd be kind of raw and corny as fuck.
Yeah, just a
It
little.
had, it had all that. It
So
had
this
all
nigga,
that.
he's an aspiring actor.
I think he's just a thoughtful guy.
I think he's just a person. He's definitely a personality. But long story short, this is not his first time in front of a camera. It might be his first time on a podcast, but like this ain't his first time being a person. But everybody else, yeah, I'm not sure what everybody else's name is besides Stet and Tiny, honestly.
But shout out to that brother in the white tee.
But I do like this lineup with Illa as like a regular thing. I think it could work out.
Yeah, it's
I don't even
Like
think
I
they
can't go
need.
too hard on it right now, just because I think they're all kind of new to podcasting. Like, so it's like I was listening to some of their takes, and it was like I don't know.
Yeah, I literally, however much you watch, like 40 minutes.
Yeah,
I watched about to then. That's as far as I could get
Me
before
too.
I was just like, all right, I respected these brothers enough.
that's how I
Time
felt.
to go.
Yeah, that's exactly
Time
how
to
I
go.
felt. It felt like
You've donated your time.
It felt like a lot of the takes were just like very
And
very surface level.
The topics being brought up, it's like it's hard to tell whether it's a comedy podcast because they try to make jokes, or if it's just
Yeah.
one of those like
I think that part they're still trying to work
They're
out.
still finding
They're still
themselves.
trying to-
This is episode 3.
yeah.
You know, they getting their foot. And they don't even have permanent hosts.
Yeah, it's not.
They're still
permanent.
doing
I
a
think
road.
But the idea of that, the rotating host, I don't know how I feel about that. Like
Bro, the
that's so
rotating-
it's too random.
Bro, that's the whole thing with the No Jumper News. The rotating host shit is not it.
It's too random,
like
man.
if we're talking like rotating hosts, it's just too risky, bro. Rotating a guest, so like if they have a solid 4, there's no room for nobody else. Honestly, you know what I mean.
All you need is 4.
There could be, but if there was a solid 3, then the 4th person could be the rotating person.
I think a solid.
One rotating person out of 3. There's got to be 3 people who have the chemistry and the rhythm of the show down. Though.
Right,
you know
right,
what I mean?
right, right.
It's probably got to be at least 2 people. 2
I-
people
I-
that
no,
are slowing it
minimum
down.
2, minimum
like
2.
one on screen, maybe one off screen.
Yeah.
Even with something like Kill Tony. It's a rotating host on that motherfucker, but it's always Tony Hinchcliffe and Red Band instead.
Right.
So
right.
true. So bare
So
minimum.
it's like
2.
they come into
Yeah.
their energy. You know what I
Right,
mean? We're not
right.
waiting on the guest to dictate what the flow of the show is going to be.
But for the no
Which is
jumper
dangerous.
news, they could have just done rotating, like recurring rotating, like 3 people that do different on different days. You know what I'm saying? So it's a different person each time, but we know these 3 people can handle it.
That would be
But I
hard.
mean, if you
and-
just going to rotate the same 3 niggas, just put them on the couch together.
Yeah, might as well. Hey, do y'all No Jumper fans miss No Jumper News? Because they seemed distraught when that shit got canceled. In my mind, I was like, I see why you canceling this shit, nigga.
Now I'm not gonna
But-
lie, just doing like in the field studies. I knew a couple niggas that was very distraught over that.
Damn, all some real life shit.
They was like, "What am I gonna listen to at work?"
It
So when
provided
you slide in that homeroom
like when-
university.
Yeah, facts. Because that's the thing, bro. No Jumper was providing content every fucking day, whether you cared about it or not. There's a lot of people who have jobs that they just need something playing.
They need something mindless
Yeah.
to where it's like Pusha side of nigga, and like they hear that and tune in, and then they
Yeah.
can tune back out.
And you also don't need that much investment to get into it. Like it's double
None.
dutch, nigga. You just jump into it and just hop.
I don't know what to watch. Well, there's probably
Yeah.
a new news show, you know? So I can understand that part of it because especially if this was my fill time or just thing, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, nah. But I haven't, nigga. I'm shit.
I haven't watched another episode of I have not watched another episode of Fair to Say, but you know what? I'm commenting on the one that I did watch.
Yep.
Yeah, nah. And I do.
You know?
And,
And
believe
because
it or not,
T-Rail. Oh my bad.
no, I was about to say, believe it or not, we want the best for you niggas.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah, shout out to Tiny
we got to
too.
get out
We
of this
said it.
hating branding because we don't hate, but when we give it up, it's gone. It's like
so
it's
good.
nothing that we can do
So
about
good.
it. It's just out
Yeah,
here.
and that's the thing. Critique and jokes, it can easily be turned into hate. Unfortunately,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. You might get smacked trying to give a nigga a slim fast.
Yeah.
but I do. I'm. This podcast is T-Rail was on like episode 2, I think.
The owner should always be, yeah, I guess. He's like I feel he feels like the owner at least.
Mm-hmm.
Even though I don't know if he's 100% it. But what do y'all want to go to for? I want to go to, yeah, let's go here.
What's in the lexicon?
I was about to say, let's stay in
Definitely.
California just because,
We're
Joe-
not wanted there, man.
Yeah, right. Dead ass. Because Joe Rogan feels like California, even though it's in Texas. But did y'all see that video that Joe Rogan has fallen off?
Yeah. Shout out to Podcast Cringe. He does a lot of good work, but you know, he doesn't see Joe Rogan in a favorable light in most circumstances.
Right.
He
So,
just doesn't find him funny.
I'm not saying that he's reaching all the time, but you know, sometimes things get blown out of proportion.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he was really honing in on pretty much a compilation of the jokes that go over his head where it's like a known thing. So he was like, in this video, I'm going to highlight all the times that the guest was clowning Joe and he had no idea.
That's been a running thing with Joe.
It
like
is.
I don't even know why he does it, because I feel like he knows he does it. It's just like, oh man,
Talking about Joe Rogan knows he does it?
like it's like, God damn, do we have to be funny all the time?
No.
Like that's probably how he feels talking to a nigga.
I think it's genuine. I think it's genuine.
Yeah, I think it's genuine
I
too.
think it's genuine. He's a comedian, but nobody thinks he's the best comedian. You know what I mean? So like,
Respectfully.
Yeah, respectfully.
Right.
And he's like, when he's in podcast mode, it's a different mode. It happens with you. Like sometimes I'll say something that's just like, you know, it's a little hyperbolic. I didn't like mean it necessarily like that, but I exaggerated, and you'll take it literal, and then like just keep talking. I'm like,
Right,
oh, shit,
right.
that was a joke. But you in podcast mode, you're not thinking to
Right.
not take it literally.
Exactly.
If I
That's
say
true.
something, I should mean it.
That's true. Yeah, his brain has a separation
it's-
between jokes and me getting this interview off.
Because he does interviews where he'll sit down with an alleged expert, and if he slips up on a question that he didn't ask,
Exactly.
the comments will go crazy on him. So it's like it's a different mentality when he's listening to your words. He's not trying to be entertained by them.
Yeah.
But you know what? You know what I find?
It depends on the person though.
Depends on the
Because
person.
he gives it up for the right people who you should.
That's true.
Shane Gillis always gets in a laugh.
That's true. Yeah. But even Shane Gillis' jokes be going over his head.
And then to Joe Rogan's defense a little bit, a lot of people get on there and try to make him laugh, which is also some weird shit.
That's true.
You know what I mean? Like
they get up there and act funny.
They get up there and act funny.
Yeah.
Instead of just I'm funny. You know what
Instead
I mean?
of just
and let
chill,
it inhabit it
just
sometimes.
getting to know the person.
But also, it's like a lot of these niggas just aren't funny. You get what I mean? Like all the people that you said that have done that aren't like funny people that
What-
you can think of like
We
that
can't say
are
that.
funny.
We can't say that.
But think of them.
We can't say that because I'm trying to think. It was just one lady. I don't know her name, but she's a white woman. She's a comic. What?
Continue.
That's an oxymoron?
Continue.
You think white women could be
I
comics?
love listening about white women.
White women love to save the world with their mouths, but
Yeah.
What the fuck?
they do. They complain about stuff. You know, they. That's
Oh, yeah.
Marilyn Monroe, she saved
Come on,
fucking
nigga. You know that.
United States.
You love bimbos. Y'all making me lose my
But
train
that's
of
what
thought.
I'm saying, dog. Like, and to the point about
Them
Joe
things
Rogan,
about
wasn't
I
there?
think he was saying that they're not funny, the people that be up there trying to make them laugh.
And you start talking about white women, but let me talk. It wasn't there like 3 weeks ago. We watched a video. It could have been podcast cringe, but it was just about how like Joe Rogan is just kind of slowly deteriorating the comedy scene in Austin by
that was that
by putting up these
Elephant Graveyard video, I think.
by putting up
Well, it was everybody's made that video, but I know what you're saying.
by putting up some would say so-called unfunny comics, right, just because they're his friends, they're cool people. So this whole thing about like this Joe Budden's like mental space has kind of been going on.
Rogan.
Joe Rogan mental
Yeah,
space.
it's okay. But yeah, speaking of that, so this is my take on this. Something in me, Joe Rogan is the most popular podcast in the world. Shit, I hear how loud that was? That's that new floor.
Yo, shit can actually crack now.
Right.
You got to be conscious of this.
Something, oh damn, I'm doing the most right now.
Yeah.
All right. Something I thought about was him missing these jokes. There's a certain aspect of me that kind of wants Joe Rogan to go senile on the podcast.
Whoa.
Why would you wish downfall?
And I'm
mentally
not
like that?
talking about. I don't want his health to deteriorate. I want it to naturally deteriorate the way it would anyway, right? I don't know.
So
how-
you do want it to deteriorate.
I want him to.
That shit almost killed me.
That word
No,
almost
That almost. You
yeah.
tried.
gave
This
you a
is-
stroke.
I know how to say it. I almost want Joe Rogan, in terms of being the podfather and having the reach that he has, to not know when to put it down like Joe Biden. I kind of want to see that.
You want
wanna
him to go
see
down with the
his
ship.
downfall.
I do.
You want him to go down with the ship
It's not even the downfall. It's just
when it actually
What
goes
is
down.
entertaining about seeing a man struggle to speak?
what I find interesting is that he has so much power. You know, this is
Yeah.
the president of the United States. Joe, okay, we're watching Joe Biden at the debate, and I'm just like, whoa, he's really like, this nigga be glitching, all type of shit. You know what I'm saying? But he's the president.
He's
our
trying to
president
stay focused.
right now. And I'm thinking, just in terms of a lot of influence and power in podcasting, Joe Rogan has that. And I almost
He's the president of podcasting.
And I almost like, it's like beautiful that he can be in a position. It's like the Senate. It's like I get to be this guy until the end of time.
Life term.
And I almost,
What is it called when you're serving until you die?
Perpetuity.
No.
That is forever. But
That is forever, but that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about what do they call it for Supreme Court justices?
I know what you're talking about. I can't
There's
remember.
a word for it.
I can't remember.
Capital.
Hit him.
Capital punishment.
No. What
No.
the fuck?
What the nigga? What? No,
You
it's,
damn.
what is it called when
F for
judges
food.
are they maintain their position until death?
Until they die. There's a word for
I can't remember. I know exactly what you're talking about, but I can't remember what it is. But I almost hope that happens. I want to see Joe Rogan at 80, 90 years old on the podcast telling us how he feels at 90 years old. Fuck all this shit. You know what I'm saying? I want to hear what that sounds like.
And with all the nootropics he's taking, he probably will.
That's what I'm saying.
He'll be
It's
around for 80.
That's what I'm saying.
Like
80,
Alpha
90.
Brain,
Just
like
lifetime appointments.
This is called lifetime appointments?
Lifetime appointments.
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Not perpetuity.
I kind of started just like daydreaming about what would happen because he has so much influence. He has so much influence.
You daydream about Joe Rogan.
I was about to say
getting old?
it's gonna be a wet dream soon, nigga.
It's
That's
gonna be
what
a
happens.
long time. I'm gonna be.
Why?
It's gonna be a long time from now because I wish him good health and he's a healthy ass nigga. So
And like
it's
with
gonna-
all the
it's gonna be a
Zen he
while.
chews and all
But
that.
like when people think Joe Rogan is being outlandish now, imagine an old nigga that really, when old niggas hit that point, they really say what they want to say.
Yeah,
I want to see Joe Rogan there. He still holds himself
'Cause
back
he's,
by not saying things.
because
I want to see him do it because he has the most power in podcasting. That's what I want to see.
Well, he would have to get to the point where he doesn't care about ads.
yeah.
That's the old.
And so
nigga part.
it's not even necessarily old. He could just get to the point where like the money is good.
Yeah.
the money's good right now.
Right.
But he can get to the point where he truly feels secure.
Exactly.
It's like, all right,
He has fucking money now.
He's
What
already.
about another 20 years from now? He really won't care.
Nigga, give it 3. He's already frustrated with the constraints of having to be a YouTuber.
Yeah.
Because he had that Spotify
That's true.
freedom before. So it's no
I want
telling-
to see some old man like ran out or like crash outs a little bit.
White old man.
Yeah, white old man crash outs. Highly successful. Y'all remember when Quincy Jones was like deteriorating in health? See if Quincy
Yeah, he
Jones is
started
still
talking
alive.
about how he sucked dick and shit.
It's just crazy. Yeah, like Quincy Jones got like he started saying some wild shit.
Goddamn,
when
he
was
got
getting old.
sick.
He meant everything.
He's
He
like
wasn't even
1 years old.
sick.
He's
He
still
just got
alive, right?
vulnerable.
Okay, good. I don't want to put no death on him. Don't fuck with Quincy.
Yeah, he's still alive.
Yeah,
nah.
Quincy just got older and just started just telling us how he really felt about shit. And I was like, yeah, this is crazy.
He's like, yeah, I tried to fuck Tupac.
Yeah, I kind of
So what?
just want Joe Rogan to get there just because he has so much power. I want to see what it's like. At this point, this whole world is just a game to me. After I watched the debate, I said, yo, this is our life, my nigga.
That's
They're-
the conclusion
It's crazy.
all
This is our life.
tax-paying citizens walked away with. Like,
These
this
niggas
is
are
what it's
like,
come to.
he has a horrible golf swing. We're talking about golf right now at the presidential debate.
I didn't mind that. Like,
I didn't mind that either, and I kind of want to see them play golf against each other and mic'd up the whole time.
I want my leader to have an ego.
Yeah.
I want my
You know what I mean?
or to be able to just move to play golf.
And that is for like a 70-plus-year-old man. That's an athletic test.
Having the hip rotation to swing,
Bro, that nigga
That's the last
yeah.
sport that you could do
That's
before your
true.
joints fully just
That
disintegrate.
nigga Trump said, I just won a tournament at the club, and it wasn't an elderly tournament, and that's saying something. I said, yo, these niggas.
And it says a lot.
that does.
it does say something because you can be going with a 32-year-old, a 30-year-old, 25-year-old, or
You're
whatever.
good.
You know what I mean?
It's a couple young ass 40-year-olds in there.
This transitioned into, yeah, because like, bruh, yeah, like Rogan be reserving his real thoughts on shit. I want to hear unfiltered Rogan at his full power.
You don't think? I think you
I
don't
don't think
hear
it's
as
gonna
much.
get-
I feel like you hear enough of that. Like he gives us enough.
Old man not giving a fuck is different from 50-year-old not giving a fuck because that's how old Joe Rogan is, right? I think he's 50.
That he's old.
I think you gotta
50
watch
or
more.
almost 60.
He's the age at what you're talking about.
And I was gonna say that earlier because that is true. A lot of times,
Nah, he's
once
too
you
healthy.
Get,
He's too
once
healthy.
you hit 50, you get stuck in those ways.
But you see, you saying he's too healthy. He's never going to be unhealthy because there
but
hasn't been a version of Joe
but what
Rogan
I-
where he's unhealthy.
yeah,
It's like
steroids,
50.
and deer meat.
I'm giving Joe Rogan like I'm subtracting 10. You know what I'm saying? Like he's 56, but the nigga's like 46 in terms of like health. I feel like we're really not going to see his mind start going until he's really old.
Yeah, but I don't think Joe Rogan is holding back on any topic. Honestly,
I think he is.
Which ones?
Just certain things. So like when Patrick Bet-David went up there and he was trying to convince him to do a Trump interview, he was like, "Can I give you my pitch?" And he was like, "Yeah, okay, yep, I'm not gonna, okay, yeah, I heard you." And it's like if an old senile man would say, what did I fucking tell you? Don't bring that motherfucker up. I can't stand that bitch. He does this. That's kind of what I want to say.
I don't think Joe Rogan would ever reach.
You feel like you don't have his true true take on
I mean,
things?
if you want to see him mad, just Google him kicking the bag, nigga.
Yeah.
There's a lot of aggressive Joe Rogan out there, but I don't think he feels that way about Donald Trump.
He feels about that way with something. I'm just saying I want to know what it is.
I don't know.
Look,
He doesn't-
this is
he
all I'm
doesn't-
saying. This is all I'm saying. Real quick. I wish Joe Rogan the best health. But we all have a favorite uncle, a grandpa, who just start saying shit because they don't even give a fuck no more. And I hope Joe Rogan is still podcasting when he gets to that point. That's what I'm saying.
He says you got to watch some Joe Rogan because he talks a lot of shit.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
He talks a lot of shit.
Like he'll talk about like shouldn't be a thing. You
Li-
know what I mean?
like-
Like if you willing to, like, what are you
Oh,
holding
okay.
back on if you saying shit like that?
And you know,
And not, I'm paraphrasing. Like
I know what you mean, but I don't see it though.
He doesn't like say the F
Can
word.
you mark that too? Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's what I want.
But I know what you want.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
he's not
that's
ever
what he wants.
like he's not
You
gonna
want to see him turn into a bigot. You want to see like the
I kind of do.
I'm ignorant and I don't care.
Yes, that's what I want.
You want to see his white jeans kick in.
You want to see him devolve.
I do. Y'all don't think that'd be fantastic? I just think that'd be so
I think
great.
Joe Rogan is gonna end up like Bill Maher. What's that other white dude? He used to wear the
one that
glass. He
Bill-
passed away. Jesus.
What did he do?
Larry David?
Yeah, Larry David.
I think it was Larry
Talking
David.
about the nigga with the lapels.
Larry
the
David
suspenders?
didn't. Larry David didn't pass away, did he?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
He definitely passed.
Yes, he passed away.
But not Larry David. You're thinking about Larry King.
Oh yeah, you're thinking about Larry King, suspenders and interviewer.
Larry King.
Yeah, Larry.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Apologies. Shout out to Larry David. I love your show. But yeah, Larry King. I think he's going to be on a Larry King level to where, you know, he's
He's there now. He's bigger, probably.
Yeah. He is what Larry King
bigger.
was.
Yeah, he is.
At,
Yeah.
well, at his
point in time.
age.
Well, to be
in terms of like
Larry King was a better interview. He has better
For
questions.
sure.
too,
He
though.
was a real journalist.
Yeah.
So it's not even comparable with the skill, but in terms of reach, just where they are in their career,
yeah, nah, Larry King could talk to anybody.
hell yeah. Larry King interviewed Cat
I,
Williams.
I
That
think he
shit was
talked to
funny.
RZA too. I could be mistaken though. It's probably another white journalist.
Nah, it was Larry King. Larry King's done a lot.
Who
He
we
did
talking
have a
about?
lot of different guests.
We're talking about
Joe Rogan.
Mike Miller did
And
interview
we
him.
never watched the clip. Do you want to watch this clip?
Not really. I'll just tag it in the video. Y'all can watch it. We did so much talking. It's like, you know, fuck it. It's really just too lazy to try. I'm sorry. Podcast cringe. Going in on
Joe Rogan.
Joe Rogan, pretty much. Yeah. that's
Yeah,
about
just
it.
Joe Rogan's like, and he was also
And AJ wants to see the nigga old and decrepit.
yeah.
That's all I kept thinking the whole time.
But
the
Mike-
whole time he was going in, I was just
Yeah.
like,
Why this nigga not aging?
you know what? Senile Joe Rogan on the microphone would be amazing to me.
I wonder what Joe
You
Rogan
gotta
on
listen-
dialysis would look like.
You haven't listened to Joe Rogan on shrooms and smelling salts.
yeah,
I think that you'll get that fit. Like he goes into ridiculous rants. It'll happen.
Gotcha.
or any podcast when he's doing it with his best friend. I forgot his name. He's the
Duncan Trussell?
Duncan Trussell. Any podcast when he's in a costume with
It's
his best
wider.
friend, it's just
Okay. All right.
It's uncalled for.
it's mushrooms and magical Lucky Charms.
DMT in the air.
Yeah.
Okay,
nah,
I'll try one of
it's
those
perfect
episodes.
environment.
But
And
podcast cringe.
I've watched a lot of his video, but I haven't seen one of those. I kind of skip those when it's like the panel of four. What do they call those? Sunday drinking.
Protect our parks.
Protect our parks. I never watched
And
those.
those are the funniest ones.
Those when
that's
they have
crazy.
Those
Shane
are the
Gillis, Mark
funniest
Norman.
ones.
I literally
Those-
skip those every time.
Nah, yo, you're crazy. It is crazy. They only do it like
It
Once
doesn't
a
happen.
month?
Yeah, it doesn't happen often.
if then. If
But you
that.
know,
yeah,
like-
yeah, but
yeah.
it's that lineup though.
But once they get together, that should be funny as hell. Ari Shaffir is gonna piss in a bottle, which is kind of annoying.
But it
'Cause
is
it's like
crazy,
he keep
man.
doing that, but
Yeah, so
Yeah,
many
yeah.
episodes.
Because the Joe Rogan sphere, like, it does seem like a hate train / like just they're falling apart. You know what I mean? Like, just everybody in his crew is just falling apart.
everybody in his crew falling apart. What you mean?
Talking about the Bionic
You talking about the
Six
Joe
that,
Rogan 6?
Yeah, the Joe
Yeah,
Rogan
the
6
Joe Rogan
that,
sphere.
They're not really falling apart. The only one who is Burt Kreischer. And that's just
Kreischer, yeah, I was
mentally.
about to say
That's
that.
not even like
That's the only one.
he's still selling arenas, but you know his ego
Andrew
is
Schulz got
tempered.
smoking these streets right now.
Hit the bell.
I wouldn't.
Andrew Schulz at this point of time is I've never heard of this guy named Jeff
Wittick.
Wittick, I think.
Get it right before he punches one of our faces.
Because this is a violent man.
He's
a problem. He's a problem.
It's almost like he shouldn't be allowed to speak publicly because if
I don't
gonna
even
get this mad every time, nigga.
I don't even have all the
Yeah.
notes. I don't even have all the notes like of what exchanges have happened. But he's starting to make memes, post them on the story.
Yeah.
He's like, no matter what, you got to get touched for that. I'm like, what the fuck?
Like touch. It's almost like he's a Hell's Angel. You know what I mean? Hell's Angels are some white dudes that are really serious.
Oh yeah,
about
yeah.
this.
They say that's who punched Rick.
This nigga's a
Rick Ross.
motherfucking gangster criminal. Is he white?
Well, hold on. Don't do that.
Is he white?
He's
Click,
white.
This
click
a
it.
gangster
Click that.
criminal that
Click
deserves to be
the
locked
Rowan
up in
Schulz.
jail.
Hey, be careful, nigga.
So this is him in the comments of
He likes problems.
one of Schultz points. We're gonna watch this Too Lazy to Try video because I'm not even gonna attempt to put the timeline down for y'all. It's better if he does. Nobody cares that you're not funny and likable one bit. So this is a nigga that you know, no LOL, no nothing.
Yeah, that he really means it.
Honestly, when you say you're not funny to a comedian, is that a low blow?
No.
That's the easiest one.
Yeah.
That's
It's
the
like
That's
calling
low hanging fruit.
It's calling a fat bitch fat. You don't think she know?
Yeah, that's like basic heckling.
Yeah, that's basic.
Or you don't think she cares, or if she doesn't, it doesn't
It
matter.
almost shows like,
Like,
a,
yeah, if you
it almost
gonna
shows a
disrespect
certain
a fat
level of
woman.
like unhingedness too. You know what I'm saying? It's like, man, you can't even get creative with your get backs.
Unhinged.
Not really. If I was trying to diss LeBron, I'm going at his championships. It's just simple. Or whatever you go at LeBron at.
I'm
He's
running like a
balding.
bitch.
You go at the
He's
balding.
balding.
You go at the balding because he cares more about the balding than the ring.
All that HGH making your hair fall out. That's what you know.
You don't think he would trade a ring for a hairline?
That's a pretty good trade.
That's
It's a pretty good trade. I'm not mad at that.
It's
trade.
not a bad trade off.
a
Or at
great
least
trade.
maybe like one Finals MVP. He keep the ring, but somebody else got the Finals MVP.
Is it that
If-
important?
yo,
Finals MVP.
if-
I mean, it
compared to the
depends.
championship.
look, nigga.
The fucking championship compared to your waves.
Look, if LeBron had the black dude from the Twilight Zone knock on his door, it's like, yo, like nigga, somebody might die if you hit this red button. But like you said, you will get a Finals MVP. He's sitting that shit a couple times, nigga. He's
Damn.
doing that, nigga, for sure.
Well, yeah. Let's watch this Too Lazy to Try video because I'm not even going to try to lay out the timeline. Let's just see what the beef is. And I feel like this video was like multiple days ago. So go to his page real quick just to see if anything news come out because.
You want to see somebody got hit?
Okay,
Yeah, nah.
This was 5 days ago.
Yeah, 5 days ago.
All right, let's watch it.
Yo, Too Lazy to Try. Love that Joe Rogan shirt right there.
All right, so we have a beef heating up between Andrew Schulz and Jeff Wittick. Andrew randomly started trashing Jeff on his podcast during a Patreon episode, and the clip kind of went viral, and Jeff saw it and responded to it and just started going off on Schulz. So we'll get to all that, but if you're not familiar with Jeff Wittick, he was part of the Vlog Squad. He was friends with David Dobrik. Until David nearly killed him during this stunt that they're doing where David was in a crane and there's a rope swing attached to it that he's swinging Jeff on, and David sped it up a lot and then slowed it down really fast, and I think he's trying to throw Jeff off of it, but Jeff swung around and smashed into the crane and had a lot of serious injuries from it. Like he almost lost his eye. I think he has brain damage and he had a bunch of surgeries afterwards. I think he's still having surgeries, so it was really serious. And at first Jeff was still friends with David and kind of trying to
Pause
cover
real
for
quick.
him a little bit. Like he didn't.
I was right. Unhingedness. This nigga is brain damage.
It's not proven.
Yeah.
It is proven. He just said it.
Say brain.
We're all just listening to the same thing.
He didn't say brain damage.
I
though.
mean,
He said brain damage.
who was too lazy
How
to
did y'all not
try?
hear that? Did y'all hear brain?
Is
you
he-
heard- you
is
heard
he-
brain damage,
He
right?
said like he could have brain
He
damage or
could.
did.
I heard he did suffer brain damage.
Huh.
That's not enough.
All right.
Well, that's
not
different.
enough.
If they
We
said
keep
that, then
We can keep going.
that can do something.
want to throw David under the bus. So he wasn't talking about it at all. But then eventually they had a falling out because Jeff said that David told him he would pay for all his
Make it look
surgeries, which
sad.
never happened. And David was scheduling trips with the group during Jeff's surgeries, and it just seemed like he stopped caring about it, like he wasn't checking in at all. And also, I think he was trying to put most of the blame on Jeff. So Jeff eventually got fed up with it and turned on him and decided to sue him as well. And I think most of this drama happened a couple years ago, and the whole crane thing, I believe, happened 3 or 4 years ago at this point. But every now and then, Jeff will just go off on David, and I think it's usually around when he's about to have another surgery. You know, because he probably sees David just living the life and traveling around the world, flying private, doing whatever he wants and making all this money from it. Meanwhile, Jeff is still dealing with all these injuries and medical bills and everything that David caused, but it seems like he couldn't really care less. So I could understand how Jeff gets fed up with it. But some people think he needs to just get over it at this point, and it's been long enough, and he needs to just move on from it, which, of course, is what Andrew Schulz and his giggling goons seem to agree with.
That's also his favorite.
Isn't it Jeff Whittick the crying? Is he still crying about that, dude? Why is that guy still crying about that? I got hit by a crane and I'm blind now. It's like, get over it.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
There's this guy, and then the fact that he has the balls to be a barber still. No patch-eyed motherfucker is going to touch my hair. Look at my haircut. But seriously, why is he still whining about that? What's the deal?
I guess he like went blind or almost blind from it.
But now he's not blind, right?
I'm not sure. I think he has
so.
to keep going through more surgeries, but I don't know the stats.
So David Dobrik knocked him with a crane or something?
I guess. I don't know.
Spun him around on a crane.
But he agreed to do it?
Yeah, but he didn't know how fast it was going to go.
Oh, that's a good excuse. Well, if it was going to go 10 miles per hour, I would have done it. I didn't know it was going to go 20. You knew you were going to do some dumb, dangerous shit, and then something bad happened.
Yeah.
The only reason we're watching is because we hope something bad happens.
It's true.
When somebody's on a crane, you're not going, man, I hope they abide by all the rules and regulations of this thing.
Yeah, like all the jackass people, if they got hurt, I don't give a fuck.
That is the point of the activity.
Yeah.
You were just his dumbest friend that he selected to do it. He's not asking the smart friend. He's asking the fucking idiot who's willing to get hit in the head by the crane.
It's so funny. Schulz acts like the guy just agreed to get smashed in the face with a crane. I mean, I think he even acknowledges that it was a stupid decision. I don't think anybody's really denying that.
I can't tell if he's being sarcastic. Who? Schulz.
He's not.
No, he's not.
He's not.
I think this is one of them situations where you sitting around and you don't got much information, so you're just trying to find the funny. And when you're doing that, niggas get hurt.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. It sounds like he's just trying to find a funny.
That's literally what happens.
He don't know the whole story.
Yeah, he don't know the whole story, so he's
Yeah.
coming off as unlikable because he doesn't have any information.
That's something that some other people get, apparently. But yeah.
You alluding to somebody in this room?
But Dobrik was acting like an idiot, of course, and put his friend's life in danger for content. And I think the only reason Jeff even complains about it still is because David just doesn't want to take any responsibility for it. You know, he probably has the same mindset as Schulz, like, hey, this guy was dumb enough to get up there and trust me with this thing, so he knew anything could happen. And I understand the jackass comparison, but with that, I mean, first of all, I don't know if anybody's even gotten this injured during those movies, which is pretty crazy. You know, that says a lot. And also, if you do get injured, I'm sure your medical bills are covered. And also, Jeff claims before he got on the rope swing, David agreed to just keep it slow, but he was trying to do like a prank where he swings around fast and throws Jeff off.
That when I got on the rope.
Yeah, it's I can understand his anger.
Yeah, you should be
sure.
pissed off. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's...
He ain't joke about a situation I almost died in when blind in.
Right.
You gotta run that fade, baby.
Maybe not.
It depends, though.
I understand him being upset and mad, but if you want to fight anybody, it's got to be the David Dobrik nigga, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like all of this...
But this nigga's also talking shit about it. Yo, this nigga might wake up with a migraine every day ever since that shit happened. His life is just hell. He's got surgeries. He got migraines every day.
And-
Nigga ain't had a full night of sleep in 4 years.
And
bro.
unfortunately, unfortunately, it did come from him being an amateur, like stunt devil or something.
Pretty much.
You know what I mean? It's fucked up.
I do want to
But
see this.
it's
first,
funny about
actually.
like this. What's his Dave Dobrik?
David Dobrik.
Dobrik. He's been
Dobrik.
Dobrik. I think it's Dobrik.
Nah, it's Dobrik.
Dobrik.
That's what I said, Mac.
It's funny how like he's been able to sustain this level of fame and popularity.
What the fuck does he do? I can't even remember what he does.
He's a YouTuber.
Oh, that's right. Just vlogs and shit.
Yeah, vlogs and shit. He
that's
puts
right.
together things. He
He
kills
used to
his
have
friends.
really,
damn
he used to
near.
have really fast-paced edit vlogs too. I remember that.
He kind of throws around people how Mr. Beast just throws around money. Like, he'll just put that shit to any cause. Like, fuck it.
Yeah.
These niggas expendable.
How long is this? This is 7 minutes.
Patrick CC has a video
Holy
about all of his victims.
David Dobrik's victims.
Yeah, David
Oh, so
Dobrik.
this is a terrible
Patrick
person.
CC has a whole video about this. If you got a Patrick CC video, I'm not gonna lie.
You did it.
Yeah.
You did it.
That might be worse than a felony charge.
No, I ain't gonna lie. Like Patrick CC videos are just as bad as Trap Lord Ross.
Yeah. He's not coming after just anybody.
Yeah,
you got a long track history.
I was able to fill this 30 minutes out of this 1 hour. Like I was able to.
It's enough information to put you down.
yeah, for real. So Ethan comments on this. This is interesting. I just want to watch like 1 minute just to see what Ethan has to say. All right. See if he starts off slower.
I've been voicing my concern about Andrew Schulz. This guy is just not funny, and he's a giant douche.
Okay, here we go.
Zach, you are out of control. That's not happening.
It's giggling. That's so funny.
Sorry about this private combo. I'm gonna move on from that. And this was further proven by the fact that he went on just a really nasty tangent about Jeff Whittick of all people. Like, why? It's so random and so mean for no reason, So here is Andrew Schulz, or like Andrew shoulds retire. I'm working out here, people.
No, that's good.
I'm working.
That was good.
No, unfortunately, he is very popular, but here it is.
Andrew shoulds retire.
Unfortunately.
I know.
Yeah, Ethan is so interesting because he's so famous. He's so big, bro. He be doing like Kill Tony numbers, like crazy. 30,000 people watching.
Yeah, for sure.
Like this shit is crazy.
The he shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
H3.
Yeah.
Oh, I was like, what?
Yeah, but
yeah.
That's just what it looked like. He. But
yeah, it does.
I think ultimately this is one of them situations to where it's like
Schulz gotta worry.
In comedy, there's gonna be a victim, but the victim it shouldn't be somebody that you're punching down towards. He just chose the wrong victim in this situation. Because there's a way to make the same kind of jokes, but have them be at David Dobrik's expense instead of at the person we're supposed to feel bad for. You're not supposed to make fun of the person that we feel bad for.
And if you are, it's going to be funny. It has to be.
As I was going to say, you think the joke
but it's so much harder to make that funny because...
to what he said, it wasn't... Schulz didn't really say a joke.
Exactly.
Necessarily. It was just like...
but you can tell what he's doing. You know what I mean?
Do y'all remember there was a guy who... Is it the same guy who like calls out Schulz and says that he scammed his fan base by doing the whole YouTube pay-per-view comedy special, but then dropping it on YouTube a day later?
What are you talking about? I know what that is.
Video, I remember that.
There was like a guy, and it kind of reminded me of like a white guy with like dark hair, like this dude, Jeff something.
No, I don't think it was him.
Nah, it definitely wasn't Jeff.
It was like a short, feeble white dude, right?
Right.
Damn.
What does he do? He has a YouTube page or just
he has a podcast or something?
He has a YouTube channel where he basically just kind of breaks down
I don't remember who it was.
people. Damn, we should have been fair with it. But yeah, this dude.
But yeah, I thought it was the same person. I was wondering if it was the same person.
Yeah, it's looking like it's not.
Yeah.
But ultimately,
Andrew Schulz looked like Shia LaBeouf in that picture. Go back up. He kind of look. Keep going. Keep going right there. Doesn't he look like Shia LaBeouf over that one right there, that top one?
Have you seen
in
him?
a weird way?
Oh, Shia LaBeouf.
Yeah, he kind of looks like Shia LaBeouf, even though it's Schulz.
it's weird how much his ethnicity changes if he like with his facial hair.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, Schulz can be Armenian,
he could be Middle Eastern, Panamanian. Yeah,
he would have been the
he
perfect.
could be a light-skinned Puerto Rican.
He would have been the perfect CIA operative.
So these are some of the things that he put online too. The dude.
And talking about Jeff.
Click that second link. Yeah, Jeff. Jeff wants this. You want to fuck him up.
I fucking hate memes like this.
I do too.
But he put on his story. Wait, who
Jeff.
posted this?
I can't tell. Go up.
Go up real quick, Lauren. This matters. Who posted this? Oh, that
Jeff
nigga.
did.
So he added himself.
Yeah.
That's fucking weird.
This nigga is, he's sick, bro.
Yeah, but at myself. Just cooked you, Andrew Schulz. And your yes man caught some strays. And yeah, nah. This makes me feel like it's not real no more. I wish I didn't see this part. Because before, the way it was set up, the way it was being billed, it was like, all right, he has a real problem and grievance with him. He wants to punch him in the face over. But when you post memes like this, it's not serious no more.
I ain't gonna lie. This is still somebody to worry about. He got brain damage, bro. This nigga might just.
I was about to say
he might have just
any
gave
nigga
up
that
halfway
went
through.
Why is it that burgundy?
Oh, here I have no idea.
Click outside the box. What is that burgundy color?
It looks like Reddit
Because
is
it's flagrants, I think.
Nah, new update.
Oh, okay.
Their page.
But nah, this nigga is dangerous. Any
Yeah, I
nigga
think
who
he's
might
a-
potentially have brain damage but wants more of it, willfully, like willingly.
He's a threat.
He's
I wonder if
definitely
he's
a
in
character.
New York.
Nah, that's no time.
And I wonder if he was this way the whole time. Like he probably turned this way out,
So they used to be cool. So Jeff posted
They had
it.
pictures together. What is it? What is the
Zoom in there.
what is the
Does it
message
go in
say?
anymore?
So he posted a selfie with Schulz and it says, "I see a lot of you. I see a lot of you saying, stop, Jeff. Don't fight. Don't get in trouble. But I just got all of my feelings
Felonies.
Goddamn, yeah. Felonies expunged, so I can. Yeah.
I'm a little closer. So I can beat this egotistical, unfunny comedian. Get a slap on the wrist. I'll do 1 night in jail to discipline this fool for what he did. I don't give a fuck.
Is that how?
At Schulz, I'll see you soon.
Is that how Caucasian felonies work?
Yeah,
That's how felonies work
I
in
like how
general.
he just thought that
He
one
has-
day.
I ain't gonna lie though. I
No,
feel
it
like,
really is one day.
I don't like the arrogance of that.
But yeah, like a black man would never have that much arrogance. So my felonies got expunged, so I got room. I got some slack.
I'm a black man with that arrogance, nigga. I got 2 felonies expunged.
But are you playing around with that?
And you've done.
Are you using that as like
But beating a nigga's ass though?
And you've done work to like, have those expunged. Like it's not like they just came from your blackness.
But I know my record clean. I know I could beat a nigga up and just take the little misdemeanor charge. See, it's different when you got like a felony, and then like you do like some simple battery or some shit like
because-
that. Because now they're looking at you like we might need to put you in jail for 30 days.
I'm about to say
or
because
some
you
shit.
obviously do this all the time.
I'm just a civilian that this nigga played with me. Now,
Yeah.
it's like it's a lot easier.
It
to
looks
deal
better.
with. It looks way better. Especially even when the police pull you over, it's just a much easier interaction.
Even when you post on your story though, with
Now this is always going to work.
pre-intent.
This is always going to work against you.
Yeah, I was about to
For
say
sure.
it's like
He
you might
telegraphing-
have just reminded the judge you got expunged.
Yeah,
nigga.
telegraphing the ass open, but he can always plead insanity because of brain
damage.
I about to say.
you could really max out.
He wasn't in his right mind.
Yeah, you can
Yo,
always-
this nigga, like he's damn near untouchable. He's just missing a handicap sticker.
Literally, yeah,
He
yeah. Schulz, you need to be on a swivel, nigga. I know you can box though, so just keep your head on the swivel, especially if he lives in New York and you doing comedy sets. Well, he's really doing like arenas, unless he's still on tour or some shit.
Unless he's still going and like popping his head out in clubs, you
Just to
probably
work
not
some shit
catching
out.
this
But
nigga.
I don't know if he's done his tour or nothing like that, or his tour has done his special. So
Yeah, this
who
nigga Andrew
knows?
selling out stadiums in New
Yeah,
Zealand.
it's not like you're just gonna be able to bump into him in a small.
You better have a passport. But ultimately, I understand why you're wrong. It's hard to be patient when your brain is hurting constantly. Like,
Yeah,
that's
all
not
right.
a reasonable thing to ask you.
All right, let's see. There's a lot more things that happen. I don't know if y'all want to keep going, or because I can't think of anything off the top of my head.
So what do you mean? What point in the show are we at now?
Where y'all want to go next? Do y'all have something that I didn't put on the notes or that is on the note? Anything else on the notes? I don't think we should cover.
Is nothing
left on the notes we should cover?
I didn't watch the Bagfuel interview, so I can't comment on the Mandii and the Bridget Bagfuel interview because I didn't get a chance to watch it.
Mandii B.
It was somewhat like that's one of the
not
things
watching
like.
nothing with her.
You said what?
Mandii B.
Why?
I don't watch nothing of her.
It's about them. Her and Bridget. They went to Bagfuel back to back. Bagfuel just had Joe Budden up there too.
Damn sure did. I didn't watch that yet.
Yeah,
either.
nah. There's
I did watch that one.
They've been getting to the fucking bag recently.
Yeah, let's talk
And I
about.
saw that.
Let's talk about Bagfuel. Go to their YouTube channel.
Oh, these are
I couldn't tell how
the
recent
ones-
it was based off what the thumbnail looked like.
The ones who used to be on
Or Math Hoffa
Esso
shit.
and
Math Hoffa show.
Yeah.
Yeah, the first. I think that was,
Doesn't the thumbnail make it look like this is like a re-upload from 5 years ago?
the thumbnail does. Yeah.
It threw me off. I almost didn't click on it at first because I was like, man, this ain't recent. It don't
They
matter.
just started posting snippets of it. I saw the snippets of it on IG.
Yeah, go to the full episode because I have screenshots from the full episode.
It's like they're doing.
But yeah, I didn't get a chance, but I do know that apparently they interviewed Mandii and Bridget back to back and didn't tell each other.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's supposed to be.
How you feel about that move? Is that classy?
Nope, but I love it. I love it.
He said somebody got to do it.
Somebody has to do it.
Yeah.
Period. You know what I'm saying? Somebody. It's just fuck it.
And it's honestly it's fair to both sides.
It really is. What
You get what I mean?
You should be
Because-
able to stand on whatever you say, no matter who comes the next week.
Exactly. It's
At the
fair
end
to
of the
both
day.
sides.
It could be fair to both sides, but you're taking away.
Depending on who
you're
was
taking
honest.
away my right to
Yeah, that's
consent.
true.
It all depends on who was honest.
Because I might, because I might not have came if I knew you were going to be interviewing her the following week.
You get what I mean?
Go to. My bad. Go ahead.
Now I saw some snippets of this. A lot of the snippets I saw of this episode was just mainly like business shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
I loved it.
How
Yeah, I
to
did.
excel your rap career. You know what I mean?
Right.
Things of that nature.
And I thought they asked a
Did
lot of
you learn
good.
something?
I thought they asked a lot of good questions too.
Bro.
Yeah, I really did. I was like, oh shit.
It was because it was an old head to old head conversation.
Sometimes old heads talk a lot of shit I don't want to hear though. So like my expectation for an old head is actually lower.
Yeah, you expect them to be senile in the crash.
Yeah, I expect it to be some shit I don't care about.
Yeah.
Or just like an old story. Like
That you've heard before. That's what old niggas do.
Yeah. They're like, tell me about that time you and Jay-Z were going back. It's like, oh my God, this nigga talks about this everywhere. Like
Yeah.
it's like asking Dame Jazz about Jay-Z. It's fucking annoying.
Yeah.
So but yeah, I thought they did ask a lot of good questions.
No, I thought it was solid.
I can't go into it. We're gonna have to go into this next week. Bro, like I'm just like behind. I think we're all behind. Niggas was we did a lot this week.
We did a lot this week, and
It's
you know
like-
it might
did a
just
lot.
be the luck of the new studio. They say when you change settings, you get worse.
Damn, we fell off this episode.
We fell off this episode, man.
Fuck.
F Mac wasn't researched. Look at him; he's wearing his headphones wrong. This shit is all.
What's happening? What's happening to us?
all
F Max
ridiculous.
headphones are crazy right now.
Yo, you remember those
F
headbands?
Max headphones are hilarious
You
right
remember the
now.
headbands that look like pantyhose?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
ones that
That's how he's wearing it.
the one that they clown Joe Budden for wearing
Yeah,
all
the
the time.
one that
yeah.
Rasheed Wallace. Yeah,
Where it's
yeah.
like this, and then it's also got the one. Yeah.
He's wearing it like
Imagine the mastermind Joe had back then when he was when he's encapsulating his head in the
yeah.
double headband.
Imagine
NBA double headband.
how Ray J wears his beanies. That's how F Mac.
Oh, sweatband.
You right. I remember.
Yeah, NBA double sweatband. And then search Joe Budden too, because it's only.
Oh shit.
He might pop up voluntarily. Look, he's right there. You didn't even have to put Joe. He's right there.
You did. It's right there. It's right there. Yep.
He was one of the main components.
That's exactly.
That's how F Mac is wearing his headphones right now. That's funny.
He looks just as confused.
Look at his face, bro. This is crazy. This is crazy.
And you know he just
One of the
probably grabbed
highlight-
17
one of the
rebounds.
highlighting clips I screenshot. I'm gonna link all the videos as I was going through the Royal Mall like clips. One of the clips, you said you were like, I think people think that we're Joe Avengers, but I feel like every time we talk about him, it's never in a positive light. Yo, that shit had me crying, laughing. I'm like, yo, this is some good clips that we got, bro. Like,
Y'all niggas was hating.
yeah, these shits really
God
still
damn it.
hit to the day. I was like, yo, we really have been keeping it. We've been keeping the same energy the whole time.
I do got to shout out Jay too for always being consistent with the angel dust jokes. It never stops.
Yeah.
Somebody got to make them.
You just celebrating for being a hack?
Yeah.
I mean, he's reinvented it every time. It comes in when I don't see it coming.
No.
It's a left hook.
Lawrence a fan. You got a fan over there.
It's called timing. Maybe you should learn it, but yeah, it is getting.
$5
wanna talk about-
$5 Patreon
You
last
wanna
week's
talk about
last week's
timing?
episode.
You want to talk about punching lines?
Yeah, and
We
I
talked
want
about punching
you to
lines.
keep living it because it's not gonna get better than this. Keep remembering the moment, how you feel right now.
Why? Because I feel good. You need to remember the moment of how you felt.
Goodness gracious!
You need to remember that because it spawned the beast. I'm proud of you. You took adversity and you triumphed.
But definitely check out the Patreon.
Yeah, next week I'll be more prepared. Niggas is tired, bro.
Nah,
You know
man,
what I'm saying?
niggas is tired. I haven't even been paid this week. I haven't been paid yet, nigga. And you want me to be funny on this motherfucker? I haven't been paid yet. What are you talking about? Yeah, I got a car. I got some gas in my car, but shit, nigga, you know.
Nigga, they don't care about your personal life. Nigga, you're a bum and that's your fault.
Nigga, and what are you?
What does
you,
that have to do with this show?
I had to pick you up.
You didn't.
I had to leave the comfort. Yo, my nigga, I couldn't even just drive here. I had to come see this nigga. I had to come.
You didn't
chaperone this nigga.
You didn't have to do a motherfucking thing, and you know that.
It would have been dangerous for you to drive your car.
Oh my god!
Get out of here.
All right, well,
your car don't got no brakes.
Let's just go to office hours then.
Office hours, part of the show. We answer your questions, sometimes about us, sometimes about the universe. But hashtag office hours. If you want us to see it, leave it down in the comments. Sometimes, we break the rules. We'll take something from Reddit if y'all leave it in Reddit. But Homeroom University is the Reddit, by the way. But for the most part, hashtag office hours in the comments. Yeah. And y'all typing paragraphs this week. We love it. Shout out to Next King. Hashtag office hours. This is just a statement, not really a question, but Tax versus Flacco is going to be a real pivotal point in Flacco's career because essentially Tax got put into the situation he was in for his opinion, regardless how it turned out. So Flacco grandstanding on Tax threw his life away is going to something he might have to look back on because he's one day gonna have to defend himself for his opinion, and we will see how it turns out.
What did you just read?
Pretty much, it's the point
Did you comprehend that? By the way that you looking at it back,
look at his face.
It looks like you didn't understand a thing. Well, you can't read and understand at the same time.
Nigga was just saying words.
I can feel he was just reciting this shit. What did he say?
He said that Tax is very dangerous and Flacco, and this is just my interpretation. But he's saying that Tax is dangerous and Flacco, you might have to see the nigga. Not saying that Tax is gonna put his hands on you, but because of who Tax is and what we've seen from him, Tax is willing to stand on his business, which sometimes can mean to his downfall, but it's still Tax tone. So Flacco, you know what I'm saying? Just be wary. Be wary.
You are kind of correct. I don't think it's specifically the Tax moment, but I think that's like all encompassing of an era for Flacco right now. That where, he's kind of not believing in the hoorah. You know what I mean?
About Flacco?
He's feeling very safe on the internet.
Flacco's very safe though.
Yeah.
Like we can't act like Flacco ain't a safe nigga.
But why is that? You're not saying honestly, he's safe because he's dangerous.
You want to know? I think niggas just give him a pass.
I need a yawn counter on this episode.
Nigga, I need one too. Yeah,
this gets crazy.
You lazy bums.
Look, Flacco, I think all them gang niggas just give him a pass because Flacco doesn't seem hard to find.
Well, I think what this dude is also saying is that that he's saying that their conversation is going to need to be revisited because Tax is pretty much stressing that you're a nigga that's bold with your mouth. You'll say whatever you want, and I was the same way, and I was tested, and I ended up in jail with the Troy Ave situation. Mm-hmm. So he's saying that pretty much, he's pretty much saying like one day if Flacco does get into a predicament where somebody does press him and it gets drastic and it gets bad, like this is a conversation that he was essentially warned in.
Right. And it is funny.
It's like somebody warned you that this could happen pretty much.
Be warned, but Flacco's never going out like Tax. It's impossible.
Nothing's impossible. But
you think
never
Flacco's going to bring a gun to the club?
It's not about that, but when somebody's life is threatened, bro, it doesn't matter. Anybody can be pushed to an edge, bro.
Hey, this is the Flacco.
It's fight or flight.
This is the Flacco
It's
we
fight
thought.
or flight, but we're talking about decisions. Flacco isn't going to go into a building with a nigga he knows is in there.
Tone,
he over a skirt.
He can punch a nigga and the nigga can hit his head on a corner and die.
You thinking
now
that Flacco is going to punch a nigga?
Tony, you're thinking about the semantics. I never thought Flacco would spit on another nigga, but I saw that. You get what I mean?
I don't know if spit came out, but pause.
A little bit.
It's semantics. It doesn't.
You made a game when you paused it. But Flacco isn't pressing the issue. That's what I'm saying. Flacco comes in peace for the most part. He just wants to say his opinion, but he's not the nigga that's trying to cause real smoke outside of podcast.
No, but
he
somebody
wants to debate your
Tax.
opinion.
No, but somebody's
Neither was
talking about.
Tax.
Yeah, somebody's talking about could come to him. That's all he's saying.
Tax was
He may
trying.
have to. He may have to defend himself.
Hold on,
That's what
Lord.
this dude said.
Ruffle feathers, yeah, but Tax wasn't trying to like go to jail willingly. Like nobody wants to do that.
Now, Tax used to
everybody
always-
wants to.
It was eerie when he would say it because it was always some type of
like, you know-
sentiment of like, I'm doing well for myself, but I'll risk it all for lack of better words. He said that verbatim a couple times.
Yeah, but it wasn't. It was on the grandstand of like, nigga, like nigga, don't touch me. I'm scared. I get scared easily. My gun go off if I get scared.
Yeah, but
what I mean?
that's a threat, nigga. That's a threat in itself.
It's more.
And Flacco's not doing that type of. Jesus Christ!
I read the first one.
This is crazy.
I will say that
I'll read it because you illiterate.
in the midst of this as well too. Prayers up for young Barry Gordy, who is Brick Baby's like homeboy.
Okay.
He was on that show. He was shot. He was in a coma, or he was on life support for 2 days, but he woke up.
Word.
And he got on Instagram Live. He got the tube in his nose still and everything, bro.
Oh,
it looks
shit, nasty.
it looks rough, but he woke up. That's all that matters, honestly. He's speaking, so it's like
shit.
Shout out to
Yeah,
him.
as long as there's no lasting brain damage, nerve
All right.
damage.
Hashtag office hours. This is going to be a long one, but I'll try to make it short. LOL. I know y'all regard Taxstone as the godfather of the space, but looking at it objectively on you guys, and I think it's fair to say just because you were one of the first in the space, that title shouldn't be given by default. I agree. I use a basketball analogy. I know Tone and Jay likes those. There were plenty of dudes, and when the NBA first started, we don't look at them as revolutionizing the game. But we're instrumental in it, which is how I see Tax, to be honest. He's never to me had great takes. He just kind of overpowers the conversation. But that's one thing I will give him. The dude is funny. By the way, him calling everyone else a bully when he's literally provoked most of his incidents is very ironic.
You know, you said a lot of.
But I don't agree.
You said a lot of true things.
I mean, I don't look at him like as like a Bob Cousy.
Yeah, nah, I don't put him.
I don't,
but I do get the sentiment of like
everything he said made complete sense.
I get him.
I don't know.
No.
I guess
have we ever put that title on Tax to where it was like he's the godfather?
like a Bill
I feel
Russell.
like you have.
Nah,
I feel like you have.
I don't like a godfather.
Every
of
time,
podcasting. Nah,
I'm not gonna lie.
that's a
Every
stupid thing to
time
say.
the conversation of Godfather comes up, y'all are the first one to say the Combat Jacks, the Tax Stones.
Yes,
that is the thing. That's the thing.
That's true.
That's the thing.
Combat Jack for sure, but I never put Tax Stone in that light.
I think both of y'all.
I've
have,
said
actually.
Tax Stone was one of my favorite podcasters. I said he's one of the first podcasts I've listened to, but he wasn't the foundation of what podcasting became.
Yeah,
Who's ever
but
said that?
wait. Let me.
I think the only time I talk about
That's true. I
it
get
comes
what you're saying.
it comes up that he's like the first street podcaster a lot.
Yeah, for sure.
That part comes up.
And
a
I
lot.
give him the credit for introducing a lot of niggas to
Yeah.
podcasting because that was a completely missing demographic.
Yeah,
at
for
one
sure.
point in time.
So,
he
yeah, I
was
think
instrumental.
I'll give him that.
Instrumental for sure. I still do think he was the best street podcaster though.
Yeah, he was very instrumental. I don't think
I
we would
still-
have a lot of these niggas
Yeah.
if Tax didn't show them
There
that it
would
was a
literally-
possibility.
There would literally be no Gillian Wallow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He
Tex
showed
said-
that street niggas can do it.
Tex said some fly shit. He said that when he went to jail, he gave Gillian Wallow his sponsors.
Yeah, I saw
Said,
that.
damn.
It's crazy.
That's a good nigga right there.
You know how much like the perfect level of ego you have to like do
That's
that
crazy.
shit?
You fucking acquire the sponsor yourself by making a phone call, sending the email, hitting them on LinkedIn, strike the deal, whatever. You have that relationship and you're like, you just pass it off to somebody who's doing just as good, if not better, or whatever. You know, like that's a real.
It's crazy.
That's some real.
It's a character
like,
thing.
Yeah, that's some real shit.
At
bro.
what point in his sentence did that happen, though?
I don't know. That I don't know.
That matters.
Yeah.
Because once you realize it's 35 to never, like, all right, it's kind of easy to throw the plug.
And great, yeah, we don't know. Yeah, that is funny though.
It's hilarious. Hashtag office hours. Do you think Danny from the Stop Beef with Joe Budden will help his YouTube platform?
Yep.
Yeah.
It's gonna help it more than
It's gonna.
I think it's gonna be.
It's kind of like working out. Like you're tearing your muscles to make them stronger, but like he's definitely tearing his muscles right now.
And I think it's definitely gonna be better than like this era of friendship we've seen with Joe Budden. Like like him being friends with Joe and still making content. I think it has to be some adversity between these two.
Well, he definitely has another storyline to talk about. And it's a little bit easier to not speculate on things that are Joe Budden related when you are part of the problem or part of the story.
Yeah.
So you're not speculating. Now you're just talking from your opinion. So it's like Danny's videos about him and Joe Budden are probably the most informational.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. And it's personal too, which makes it, it makes it better. But
did we answer that question probably?
Yeah. I think so.
Hashtag office hours. I'm summoned to the Patreon to watch your sets.
Yes.
If I find out y'all told one story and been calling yourself stand-up comedians, it's like putting out a small kitchen fire and calling yourself a firefighter. It's not a shot. Love y'all.
Hey man, shout out to you, man.
I haven't, but they have.
Have what?
Did one set and started to call themselves stand-up
No, we didn't do
comedians.
one set. We didn't do one set. It's not true. We wanted at least, that was a month, right?
Nigga.
It was
I know what you're about to
good
say.
2 weeks,
We
I feel
did
like.
at least nigga 10.
I've done at least 10 sets.
There were-
and that's just me not trying to count them individually.
There were nights where we did like 2 a night, 3 a night. Shit was crazy. I have the footage.
The footage is here.
But
I want to see it in all its glory.
You should study it.
Shout out to you, man, and thank you for subbing to the Patreon and for everybody else. If you
Yes.
want to see the sets, they're all on there except White Man's. He's a failure. Shout to him. I'm sorry, Lauren.
This is the another one, so let's go to
the first one. Yeah.
I was down.
One second.
Read when you're
All
told
right.
to read, nigga.
Hashtag office hours. I hate to say I called it, but I did. Danny is officially the ops of the JBP via Joe Budden himself. Do y'all think Danny played into Joe's hand to easily make himself an op, instigating and whatnot, or is that just Danny's job? Is it possible to be an object journalist and a fan with...
Objective.
He didn't put objective, though.
I think it's supposed to be objective, though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm about to say, correct him, not me, nigga. And the fan without falling into the bad graces of the people you are heavily reporting on. Haven't seen it happen yet, but journalism overall is almost dead. And specifically Lauren. What? Specifically Lauren, because I know he listens to the JBP more fully. That's not a real concept. Would you let Joe critique and call you out on mic like he does in Ford? Do you think any of the boys on screen could deal with the level of on-air production fixes and the level of talking down to that Joe does to his cast? Is it overall helpful or distracting to the pod? Hashtag the stop ops.
And yo,
Who's that, us?
Shout out to PD.
No.
Shout out to PD, man. We missed you, man. You haven't been commenting, man.
Came back
So
with-
shout out to PD.
Came back with a banger, too.
Yeah, he came back with a couple bangers, but
I don't think he's left.
Nah, he's left for a little bit.
Now you got to count the Patreon too, pimp.
He's a deserter.
He be in the Patreon, nigga.
Fuck you, PD. But is it possible to be without falling into bad graces?
There's a few questions you asked.
Yeah, there was. Okay. So first of all, he started the energy with "I told you so" to Danny.
Yeah, he did.
So
Danny's gonna respond to that.
Yeah,
Danny be in our comments justifying.
Danny probably already responded to this, honestly.
Okay.
Do you think Danny played into Joe's hand too easily to make himself an op? No, I don't think so. I think Danny
Played the perfect position.
I think he played it perfectly because when I look back, when I was going through our catalog, a clip a year ago, Space has been around for a year. I didn't even realize that, nigga. In my world,
You know that?
Space has been around for 6 months.
For sure.
It's only mattered for 2.
It's only mattered for 2.
Yeah.
But a year ago, there was a moment when I said, yeah, I was on a Danny Space. I was like, I was doing this shit a year ago? What the fuck? So, yeah, I think in terms of the relationship that he's had with him, I feel like he's drug it out longer than the average person could, especially for how often they talk to him.
Yeah.
Like,
and especially for what Danny's job is in the world.
I feel like that should have crumbled way sooner than a year and some change later.
Shouldn't have lasted this long.
Yeah, I feel like he really
According
played-
to all the boogeyman rumors around that.
Right. Apparently, it's inevitable to just not fuck with the nigga Joe and have him crash out on you. So, I feel like a year of consistent conversation and content, that was a great run.
Mm-hmm. Especially
Lord,
with
why-
a nigga like Joe, like because of what we've been told. But
Yeah.
is it possible to be an objective journalist and a fan without falling in the bad graces of people you're heavily reporting on? It's funny because in politics, they do this all the time. Like that's what half of politics is just being friends with niggas that could potentially write a terrible story, you know what I mean, about you. But like,
so you're not really friends.
Is it
You're not
possible
really
to
friends
be-
if you
Is
move-
it possible? Absolutely
Well-
not. It's not. That's an easy answer. Hell no.
bad graces.
Hell no. No.
I think it's possible.
100% no.
Is
like there's some people. Some people sure. Like even now, it's like some people you have good relationships with, some people you don't. I don't think it's 100%. Like I don't think you can. I don't think you can operate 100%. Like everybody loves me as a journalist the entire time. Like
oh yeah, no.
Somebody's. You know what I'm saying? Like
if you're being objective, it's not going to be possible. And it's important that he put the caveat of in the bad graces of the people you're reporting on, because you could be friends with these niggas and say how you really feel.
Exactly.
But that doesn't mean they still gonna like you in the end.
Pretty much.
But you also shouldn't be trying to get everybody to like you in the end. That's not the goal of what you're doing. So
your goal should be making the best work or the content or whatever it is.
So in short,
article.
No, but you shouldn't even be trying. So you failed at something you shouldn't have done.
Yeah, like I think having a relationship, like basing your thing on the relationship with that person is dead if you're gonna be commenting on them.
Mm-hmm.
Like just like I said before, it's like, yeah, niggas is cool, but I'm not kicking it. I probably don't want to go to your cookout unless we get to that point. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, but it's like just because we kicking it or can call each other, that doesn't mean I'm trying to harvest this relationship to become a best friend. It ain't that big of a deal.
Nigga. It's niggas
unless we choose to, like, yet.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I feel like
that could always happen.
I feel like it still has to happen naturally too.
It has to happen
But some people are like, some people would be like, oh, I have these people's numbers. Oh man, I'm gonna hit them every day. Like I'm gonna send them a joke that I think is funny. You know, it's just like some people are like that for sure.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But
pick me.
You shouldn't be doing that.
Nah. And annoy the nigga.
And Lauren, do you think that you could sit down on a podcast with a nigga that's belligerent, bald, you know, he strong opinions and shit, he be sweating on air sometimes. Do you think you could suffer those circumstances?
So first off, it is kind of bad a little bit how he does her, but she's a repeat offender, so she kind of deserves it at times.
Oh.
She says outlandish things, Lauren?
What I mean is she's a repeat offender, and like the critique will be sometimes valid, and she won't do anything to fix it. I don't agree with the way he does it all the time on the show. I think it is halting the show and stopping, you know, my listening pleasure. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I also think if there's like on any to the next question too, do any of the boys think could deal with a level of on-air production fixes and all that stuff? I think there is room for like if there's a lot of egregious shit. I think there's room for one maybe. Like if shit just falls apart over and over and over and over and over, I think there's room for like a moment of vulnerability amongst everyone within one conversation.
Yeah, there's room.
I think there's room for
Yeah.
that. You know what I'm saying? Not in the way of a talk down to, but in the way of how do we fix something.
But that's in a reasonable form because you know
I
with
feel
Joe
like, are they
Budden
asking-
specifically,
but are they asking us? Is like, do any of the boys on screen?
Well, he said
Yeah,
he started
any-
by saying Lauren because I know you do this
'Cause he
and then
watches
said-
him full.
Yeah, and then said,
And
do
then
you
did
think
he-
any of the boys?
it's
He
for
said-
all of us to answer.
Oh, yeah, I figured.
Yeah,
but he
but
said,
Lauren
'cause do you
first.
think so? That's
Yeah,
all.
he's asking do any of us. So I guess he's asking you to rate who can handle it the best and the worst.
Do I think any of the
That's
boys
almost
on the
what
screen could deal with the level of?
No.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Do
That's
I
what
think?
it- yeah.
Do I think any of them can handle? Oh yeah, well I can tell you that. Jay
it down.
could never handle it.
Like he does his cast because it sounds like
yeah.
he's asking you.
Yeah,
about us.
Yeah,
I
Jay
probably
could never handle it at all. He doesn't listen. Tone would listen, but he wouldn't show you that he's listening. He'd make funny jokes, and then he'd think about it on the way out, and think about it, and take it in, and bring it back
the following
week. AJ would listen intently, but prove to you why you're wrong.
Pretty much.
Too
much.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
only one of us is wise.
Yeah, only one of us is a.
Only one of us is wise. Okay, I like that.
Unless the nigga's wrong.
But you are automatically assuming he's wrong.
That's what I'm saying. That's what he would do. I told you.
Which is just as bad as what he's
I told you
going
what
to
he
do.
would do, nigga. I told you what he would do.
But when you say like talking down,
Yeah, see,
like
I can't.
Talking down parts.
I immediately go to like the worst version of that. So I'm like,
Dead
nigga,
ass.
I'm winning.
Yeah.
Y'all sound like
And
suckers.
hold on.
What are you talking about?
No, that is
Like,
and that's a caveat that I was about
Okay,
to put
true,
on to what
true,
Lauren
true,
said
true.
because Lauren was talking about from a reasonable standpoint.
I was.
when it's justified.
That is
He's
true,
saying
yeah.
in the
I was.
context of
And
Joe Budden, like
doing
in the
what he
middle
does.
of
No,
just
nobody would take that here.
sabotaging the podcast in the middle.
Nobody
I'm
would
a
take that here.
maniac. It's like I'll die with this podcast, nigga.
Niggas would more rather just stop production in the moment and get back to it and be like, all right, we don't. This is not happening on air.
Like-
we'll cut this out. What the fuck, nigga?
Hey man, go get them 12 ounces.
Right. Yeah, okay. So yeah, the way Joe does it, none of us are going for that.
No, nobody.
Because we're gonna be like, what the fuck is wrong? You
Yeah,
good, nigga?
yeah.
Nigga, we the debate semantics.
Right.
Imagine if he was debating like, nah, man.
Yeah.
You crazy.
All right, yeah, let's see that other one.
We still in agree on that Joe Rogan deal. I'll fight that to the death.
All right, hashtag another one.
Gonna be a
I was down and out and sick for a week and a half. What's the longest y'all been sick outside of high school in adulthood, and what was it?
Oh, he answers first.
I hate the doctors, but had to go to the ER twice and thought it was a stomach bug, but I might have to change my life and die now. Shit's fucked up. Shit's fucked up.
I told you, bro. The nigga's been gone, dog.
Yeah. How did that down period affect y'all? Because I don't get paid time off, so I'm sick as fuck worrying about how I'm gonna get my money back up and get rent. Shit, it got real. Rent situated while not being able to eat. Went from a very light heavyweight to middleweight in a week. Jay full of no jokes. Should understand the weight differences. Stand up toes. Silver Menace. AJ?
Because you got second place.
Okay.
That's funny.
Jay
Silver Menace.
Stand up tone.
I'm a stand-up guy, nigga.
That is funny. Okay. Okay, so first thing I'm wondering, what's the light heavyweight to middleweight? Like,
He lost weight.
Yeah, he lost weight.
Because he's got a stomach bug.
But what's that weight class normally? Because at first when he said,
It's 185.
I think when he first said I might have to change my life and diet, I thought 300 plus pounds off
Immediately, right?
Nah.
No. When somebody says I need,
You don't lose 300 pounds.
I know you don't lose that much weight, but I was wondering, I wonder how big he is to begin with.
Light heavyweight, that's like what, 190?
Well,
That's like 175.
That's 185. I think it's 185.
And boxing is 175, I believe.
That brought it down.
Watch MMA, nigga. You watching these and
so
elbows.
that part brought it back down to context. It's just initially I was like, oh shit, nigga, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Nigga,
Shit, what you been taking,
Nigga,
nigga?
what the fuck?
Let me get some of that.
But what's the
All right,
longest
so-
y'all been sick? Nigga, the last time I remember being sick was before everybody like thought it was COVID. When everybody got hit.
And then there
when
was that
everybody
time-
was sick that December
Right,
before
right.
the January,
I know
February,
what you're talking
March.
about, yeah. And then everybody was like, nigga, I had that in December.
Nigga, for probably at least 3 days, but it was a long 3 days.
Oh,
Nigga.
yeah.
Yeah, when I had COVID, that wasn't the longest I was sick though. I think the longest I've been sick was I've been sick for like a week, and I had like a really bad case of strep throat, I think.
What?
I think it was about a week where I was just like
physically vulnerable.
Yeah, I was just fucked up, man. COVID was like a rough 2 days for me. It didn't last 3.
Okay.
I mean, it was obviously it lasted a little bit more than
But
that,
you
but
know.
like the hardest part.
Yeah.
Where it was like, I was low key worried about going to sleep because it was like, nigga, I got a fever. This shit I'm kind of fucked up right now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was a good 2 days where I was a little worried like that.
Everything that could go wrong could probably go wrong.
But he had a stomach bug, or he said it wasn't a stomach bug. That means it's coming out of like top and bottom pretty consistently if he's lost all that weight too. So he's, stay hydrated. Number
So
one.
according to Jay Noble, you're gay.
How?
Throwing up, that's a very feminine thing to do.
I wasn't throwing up. I'm talking about him.
I said according to Jay Noble.
Oh, yeah. What happened to
whatever.
what happened to the question? I feel like there was another one.
It's my fault. No, I think that was it though. Primarily, I think. Let's see though. Oh shit.
Yeah, you don't get paid time off, man. What
Get
the
some
fuck?
protein, my nigga.
That's what's fucking his stomach up. Don't listen.
He's not making money.
Yeah, that shit's crazy.
That shit's fucked up.
Oh, so you should
Crazy.
probably turn this off. You should probably definitely turn off Homeroom because you got a bigger fish to fry. Right
Nah,
now.
turn on Hustle and Motivate by Nipsey Hussle and put some job applications in. Oh wait, you have a job, you just can't go to work.
Yeah, you
right
just
now.
can't go to work.
Yeah. No paid time off. That's crazy.
I'd recommend Slinging Rocks by
Hey,
Project Pat.
Well, I mean, this sounds crazy. Do you?
Or something cheap he can
Do
steal.
you
and
not? I
sell.
guess he does. Okay, he doesn't have a wife or a girlfriend. That would have been mentioned in that time period.
You don't got a hoe taking care of you?
Feels that way.
Feels that way.
PD Round, you got a hoe
Are your
taking care of
parents like? Is your mom not here? Look, Brad. When I had COVID, I went to my mom's house. I said, "Look, I'm on the way. I'm on the way. I'm fucked up.
That's selfish.
I said, fuck, this is crazy. Somebody got to watch me.
It
I
is
don't-
crazy, bro.
I don't know if I'm going to wake up if I go to sleep. Nigga.
I went through that shit
Like,
alone, bro. I thought I
I
was
can't
gonna
get
die.
my temperature down right now. I need somebody to just be in the house with me right now, my
Nah, you
nigga.
just want somebody to share in your pain. You
Just
should
need
spread
somebody
your
in the building
symptoms.
just in case some shit crack out. Nigga, I smoke cigarettes. I'm up there. It can happen. It can happen to me.
Yeah.
I said, fuck that, nigga. I'm spending at least a night over at my mom's house while this shit's lit, nigga.
Just for your sanity.
Just for my sanity, because I'm on the road like this, like weaving and shit, overheating like a motherfucker, bro.
You was driving with COVID? That's crazy.
Yeah, bro. Having a fever. I hadn't had a fever in years. Cause like strep, you don't really have a fever. You're just fucking in pain. Like,
Yeah.
you know. So I hadn't dealt with a fever in so long. I forgot how serious that shit was. I was like, holy shit.
Yeah, a real fever.
A
will knock
real
you
fever.
out.
Yeah, bro. I had forgot how serious it was because I
Yeah.
never got the flu or nothing like that. So I don't even know what that's like. I really haven't. I don't get sick too bad. I feel like I could just get strep throat. Honestly, I get that like every 2 to 3 years maybe.
I don't really get sick at all. Like I get sick, but like that shit'll just be. It'll be like a thread on your shirt that like just kind of bothering you. You just rip it off.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
nothing.
Yeah.
It's never really anything.
Anytime I start to feel sick, I'll do one of those like vitamin boosters.
Vitamin C.
You know what I'm saying? Take a
Put in,
hot shower
yeah.
with some eucalyptus. Like I just do the things for a day. Take the medicine, even though I don't really feel sick. And within a day and a half, I'm pretty much fine. It never fully sets in.
Yeah, nah.
Yeah.
I mean, PD shit, man. Drink some ginger tea. Nigga, just try to stay healthy, my nigga, but shit.
Yeah.
Appreciate you commenting, though, for real.
Yeah.
But hashtag office hours. Don't get more personal. The show is fire and the magic is here. If you want more personality, watch LOY or AJ and Friends. Hashtag the 30 Podcast. If you get too personal, that's when someone smacked Chris Rock, and Will is the test case for not going too personal. The show is lightning in a bottle. If we want more personality, we could just watch 3 or LOY, which are two more amazing shows.
I like that
Michael,
one.
I love that.
Yes.
I love that.
You sound like a patron.
Yeah.
And even if you're not,
classmate, nigga.
and even if you're not, you watch everything on the channel, which is fire as fuck.
Yeah, it's
Exactly.
amazing. Yeah.
Oh.
Hashtag office hours. The way you guys corrected him for saying conversate was very satisfying. Thank you. Hold on, let's go to the timestamp. Let's hit it. Fuck it.
Yeah.
I gotta go back to the episode.
Last episode.
Oh my god. Oh, 156.39.
He was elated by that.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, I mean, look.
Oh my god.
Because it was you. And of course, like, you know, any guilty
Because the brilliant idiots, like, that was the first part.
Whoa.
That's the wrong clip.
Was it couldn't have been
go
that
back.
one.
Wrong thing.
Just go to the videos.
Yeah, that's what I was
So my hair was a
No, you
different
went to
one.
the podcast.
Well, you had all the clips up, so I didn't want to have to scroll through. To be the
No,
last.
go to
You said it's the last episode, right?
yeah. If you just went to videos, it'd have been right there.
It's the same thing. It's right
Yo,
here.
the moments that y'all spend arguing over like that has to be its own compilation.
Yeah.
Lauren and AJ fighting over what to pull up and where's
Well,
that.
no, I'm saying if I click the page, it'll go straight there without the clips.
Look, he's still going.
Yeah, my fault. 156.39.
This isn't the episode. This is 2 weeks ago.
Oh, you don't have it in the thing. Okay, I see what you're saying now.
I think he's saying this is the wrong episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why don't you do your little whistling thing, nigga? Come on, keep these people entertained while Lauren's researching.
Nah, nigga, I'm
Somebody
waiting.
snap their fingers. You make some sound with your body. It's so amazing.
I'm waiting for this funny moment that's taking so long, but
It's his position.
no, nigga, you. It's not an argument because you aren't standing on it, nigga. It's only one person conversating right now. You
Conversing.
Huh?
You did it-
Conversing.
you did it again.
It was you.
Yeah, good. It don't matter. But the point is,
He just did it.
He just said conversating. Yeah.
Oh shit! Yeah, mark that.
yeah,
I
mark
missed
it, whatever.
Yeah, I guess I just damn, I didn't even hear that shit.
But yeah,
Shit, I mean, you don't. I didn't put that on the hill. I just kept
Fuck, that's
going.
this nigga all the time.
Yo, look at how we looked last week, yo.
We look black as hell.
Yeah, but
black
we,
as hell.
Yeah.
but we're sitting on these cats. Look at this.
Different
It look
set.
dark.
You
It, looks,
look dark.
it actually
You
looks
sound
really
stupid.
different. That's kind of crazy.
It looks very different.
Damn, man.
You don't see it?
Say you look dark.
Bye, old set.
Yeah, nah, man. I'm a man. Those couch covers, the nightmares I've had about you.
They were good to us. Now, couch covers are still on this channel. Don't get it fucked up.
They just got recycled.
They just got, some of this shit, we'll be making a return.
We got two sets of couch cushions that never caused a problem. I don't even want y'all to know that they're couch cushions because they're amazing.
Yeah, well, it depends. Y'all gotta, like, they need
It's
to
a
be
little
clean,
sloppy
right?
now.
Right,
but,
right.
We get them in tech.
Right.
Clean them up before they hit the blade.
You give it a tummy tuck.
Nigga, we got more office hours? Good Lord.
Yeah, it's a decent amount.
Office hours since
Hey,
the
Project
Drake and Kendrick topic comes up so often, as some of y'all have some very flagrant takes. Hint.
Comes up so often.
AJ.
That's crazy. See, that's disingenuous. It came up during the beat.
It's come up at least 4 times.
It's come out a few times.
It's come up
after
at
the
least
beef.
4 times.
Yeah,
It's
after the
fair.
beef. But not as often as they make it sound, though.
But there's always, the truth is in the middle. What's y'all top 5 favorite rappers? Not the best rappers, not the rappers with the most clout. I'm talking who you love to listen to. For example, Mana, Project Pat, Gucci, Future, Ye, Pooh Shiesty. So
Project Pat is great.
It's pretty eclectic.
I love
mix.
Project Pat. Project Pat is great.
Project Pat is insane.
Man,
this is white boy at my job that love Project Pat too. Shout out.
All right, so for me, it's Dom Kennedy for sure. That's my number one. Then it's Nipsey Hussle. Let me look at some of my. Let's see. See, my top 5 of all time is kind of hard. I mean, if I would really be in like my top 5 of all time, Ludacris. I was fucking with Ludacris for a long time. I still fuck with Ludacris.
He just said like the best rappers who you like listening to.
I'm not listening to Ludacris like that, but
like right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I get what you're saying.
Man, there's so many niggas. It's not even funny. Like
Rick Ross. I like Rick Ross still.
Right now, I'm listening.
J. Cole.
I haven't listened to
Westside. I fuck with Westside Boogie heavy.
I
fuck with Westside Boogie heavy.
I mean, for me, the number one nigga I listen to is Future. Like, Future is the most consistent person out of every day that I'm playing music is gonna be a Future song somewhere in that motherfucker. And literally everybody else is rotating. Like, I've been
Amine, another favorite I have. Fuck with Amine heavy.
Yeah, nah. I can't even answer this question.
Yeah, it's hard.
I hate when people asking me this question too,
It's
because
hard.
I listen to so much shit.
Yeah, but
Yeah, I
For
realize
me to give you 5 names, I will be forgetting another 15 that fucks up the impression of the playlist.
And I refuse to like even try to rank them. I can only rank my number one. Like I can only rank like my top 2. Really,
I put few. If I could say anybody, I'm gonna say Future Hendrix right now.
Because that's really the truth behind that question. It's always like 1 or 2, and then everybody else rotates.
And then it could be anybody.
Yeah, everybody
It could
else rotates.
literally be anybody.
It's only like one person you
Chance
go
the
to all the
Rapper,
time.
Kanye West, like
Yeah, nah, it's tricky.
Boz, Young
Yeah, there's a
Thug,
lot of people
Never
you
none
can
of
name.
them. Yeah, Young Thug is in there for sure.
Meek Mill.
Meek Mill was my favorite rapper in like 6th grade.
I fuck with Maxo Cream.
That's like me and Cassidy. He was my favorite in 6th grade.
I used to fuck with Cassidy back.
Yeah, nah. Yeah, it's hard. Like, if I had to go out right now,
I'm looking at my yearly rap.
right
ups.
now, I would have to say Future, Sideshow. I've been fucking with El Custo. It's a rapper.
You speak Spanish?
Nah, he scams.
It's close enough.
Allegedly. Yeah, it's definitely close enough.
There's a lot of Lil Wayne in my shit actually too.
It's hard, man.
I'm looking at my
Anderson
like
Paak.
at the end of the year, they give,
Yeah,
you,
on
they
Spotify.
give you your top 100 songs or whatever. That's what I'm looking at.
I don't even use Spotify enough for it to give me
It's a singer named Kia. She kind of dope.
Nigga said a rapper, dog.
Yeah, he said rapper. He don't care
Fuck
about who
with-
you
I fuck
cry
with-
to.
I fuck with Young M.A. too. Oh, I fuck with Fabio Foreign heavy.
For real?
I fuck with Fabio
Heavy?
Foreign heavy. I fuck with. I really like every
That's
song.
you trying to relive your youth, nigga.
Nah, I like that Brooklyn drill shit. Like
Yeah, nah, I feel you.
I'm a Brooklyn drill nigga. Because what's the other drill?
Chicago?
Chicago drill, like, never really, like, I fucked with it, like the Chief Keef and shit like that, but I didn't fall into like I wasn't listening to Lil Reese. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, nah.
the big shit from there I fucked with, but I didn't fall down that rabbit hole. I fell down the Brooklyn drill rabbit hole though when that genre started popping up. That was the drill that I fell down the rabbit hole in.
Fivio, I fuck with Fivio.
Chill out.
Fabio.
Fabio.
Kodak Black. I fuck with Kodak Black.
Yeah, Kodak is.
I fuck with Blast heavy. Actually, you know what? It's this Blast album. I think it's his first album. That first album, it's got that song "Let It Be Known" and "Talk to Me Nicely" on it. What the fuck is the name of the album? Before You Go. I fuck with Before You Go album. Heavy. That album's 2 years old now.
What's been happening to me recently, as opposed to just like specific artists, I've been listening to specific types of music. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
21
I might be in my
Savage.
cool swag rap little bag for a little bit, so I'm listening to a lot of young fly niggas that can happen.
Nah, I feel that. Yeah.
I might get in my bag where I'm like, man, I gotta get my shit together. Let me bump some hoes.
Bro, that's a fact.
No, literally.
444.
It's
not even so Future's the most consistent throughout there, but it's really just
it doesn't matter how you feel. You're pretty much good at all times. But yeah, I get I feel
what
that
feeling I'm going for.
Yeah,
you know
because
what
sometimes
I
I just get on just like, I don't give a fuck whether I know the nigga or not. I want to hear some country like down south, shoot 'em up, bang bang, nigga die slow. That's what the fuck I want to hear. Like
I might want to listen to some drill, or I might want to hear Max Biggervale sing a beautiful soliloquy.
Yeah,
that'll happen.
Or Currency rapping about how he hates tobacco or some shit. Shout out to Currency. I fuck with Currency, Larry Drew, and all them niggas. Fucking
Drake, obviously.
That's probably the hardest question we've ever had to answer. Look at us pulling out our phone.
I could just keep going though.
It's a little convoluted. It's like
that's why it's so
it's like you could just keep going. Yeah,
rappers, you know. But hashtag office hours. Shout out to A Brown Music. As a young black entrepreneur, how do you find a tax pro to handle your businesses?
I got lucky. I feel like my mom is in a sorority, and one of her sorority sisters. Oh, you asked for the business though, in particular. It's two different things. I got two different people. So my mom is in a sorority, and one of her line sisters like referred her to like somebody also in the sorority that like is nice as fuck with the taxes. So
yeah,
she handles my shit. Like I do my personal with her and everything. But then there's a
free of charge.
No, they pay for it, but it's great service though. You know what I'm saying? And it's not really expensive. And
you don't just fuck with TurboTax. I like TurboTax.
I don't.
Yeah,
you got a tax person.
Matter of fact, mark this because I'm taking that shit out. Yeah, I got lucky. I got very lucky.
What are you taking out?
Just that part.
Just everything.
Yeah,
but yeah, I got
not the whole part. But
to re-answer your question, nepotism.
Yeah.
Do your best.
Family
to
referral.
get nepotism.
Family referral. Because I mean, for years we did TurboTax.
Yeah,
but
I've never done TurboTax, my nigga.
I did TurboTax for years.
It's
years
fire.
and years.
I've never done
It's
that.
great service.
They really do make it easy for you. Like you know what I'm saying?
It's so simple.
They do make it easy, but
But you also
but
don't
the
get
thing with
everything.
taxes is like
You don't get what?
a president or somebody, Congress will put a bill in place where it's like these taxes are now write-offable or whatever, right? And TurboTax might not always tell you that, but you as a them tax accountants know all the ways to really maximize that shit.
Like a new iOS update. They
exactly.
on it.
Yeah, like they really know. So even though doing your personal taxes is cool, like after I got my taxes done by somebody who really knew what they were doing, I was like, this is a little different. Like she's telling me like,
did you get more money?
Yeah, because she's telling me about laws that just got passed, and
Yeah,
like
you
she's
know
like,
more.
yeah, and I'm like, what the fuck? I would have never checked that box if I did it myself on TurboTax, because I'm not following the laws enough as a responsible adult. Obviously, I'm not that responsible. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
You can't know
that's
everything in this life.
and
man.
that's their specialty at the end of the day.
But the responsible thing to do is get a professional.
Yeah, especially if you have a decent one. And then
Hell yeah.
And well, fuck
for
you too, Lauren.
for the business side, that one was a little bit harder. White man actually helped me with that. And then I talked to one person. I did a couple consultations for that, actually. I ain't gonna lie. For the business one, like the accountant and the person that'll do the business taxes. I actually talked to like 2 people before I made a decision.
Gots to.
As you should.
Yeah.
You got to cover both ends of the
Because
spectrum.
on that business one, bro, on the business one, bro,
So much.
it has to be right. And if like at any point, mind you, it's like, I need you, I'm going to tell you what I have. I'm going to show you everything that I have or whatever. I need you to make me feel secure that everything will be done fairly. You know what I'm saying? Like the right way. And
you
if
almost
I-
gotta let him sleep in your house or something, and just
yeah,
like
and
to
if
really
I feel
trust
like,
him.
and if I feel like I'm like giving you these numbers, I'm just like throwing numbers at you, and it's like you're trying to, I'm confusing you. I gotta step away. You know what I'm saying? It's like you're supposed to be able to. You should know exactly what I just gave you. I don't want to have to explain it, and I feel like dealing with like just like some of the business taxes, especially with like YouTube and shit. It's too new age. It's not black and white. It's not a cash.
You need
register. It's
the
not-
right,
it's
and that's
not-
why they have like
yeah, you got to find the right person.
just like they have like different types of lawyers, entertainment lawyers,
Exactly.
for strictly entertainment.
Exactly.
So it's a little bit tricky.
Which is, and I do want to shout out to Josh and No Jumper, because Josh and No Jumper is the person that told me that I should get an accountant, because when it came to like paying people, I was asking him, I was like, so look, when I'm looking at my dashboard, how am I supposed to divvy this up? I don't understand how I can tell what made what for these 30 days, because it's lumping all this shit together. And I mean, if you look at like what you've made on a video, there might be like 40 videos from the past that made like 1 cent that month. And it's like, I should account for it because it did generate 1 penny this month, but it gathers so much fucking information, bruh.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, you need an accountant that specializes in YouTube. I said, thank you. Because I for a second, I thought he was going, and then once you realize that ain't happening, you're like, you know what, fuck this shit. Like,
Yeah, nah.
Get an accountant and they know what you're talking about. It's like, thank God.
Got to find the right one.
Takes all the stress away. It's like, nigga, why
Yeah.
line yourself up?
I
if
guess
you go
start
find a
with
barber?
start with people that you know that are in financing. If you know anybody that's in financing, that's how we started.
Yeah, and they can probably lead you to someone else if you're not the person who can do it.
That's
That's all we just did. Just keep asking people. You're eventually gonna find this.
That's pretty much that's pretty much it. Because I even just
We
tried to
just recommended them another nigga.
because I just tried to do like a regular Google search, and I don't know, it just wasn't.
It doesn't work.
It just didn't feel the same.
It
didn't
doesn't work.
I did search Jewish lawyer. I did search Jewish accountant near me.
You put
I
that
did-
on the
That's
D?
hilarious.
Is that
I put that in Google. No, mark that word just because I feel like I don't know. You never know.
It's not
But I searched that just because I was like, maybe I could just walk in, get a small hat. But
What you thought? You just come in on Hanukkah?
yeah, it didn't work out. It didn't work out. I couldn't find it.
This
It was
nigga
so
said
confusing.
Jewish lawyer.
I tried. Hey, I tried.
God damn it.
Hashtag office hours. I just watched a clip of AJ on Spaces. I think they have a point about you guys just watching clips. Now that being said, avid fan and Patroni, so I get why y'all probably just watch clips versus investing into a full episode. But for Rory's sake, watch entire episodes from time to time. Then actually click their backs in, because watch them all is a doozy. Possibly the worst podcaster with the worst takes. I think you guys are very consistent and fair, and Rory was being mad sensitive in regards of you guys' opinions. I guess they didn't see that y'all kicked Joe's back in before y'all took a trip to Jersey. The ellipses. That's what it's called, right?
Wait, what are
The
you?
dot, dot, dot.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, see,
I
I
didn't
got
know
it.
this. Oh, okay.
Anyways, stay blessed.
Yeah, and
I mean, you said it all
we
right
we
there.
should have brought this up when we was talking about Rory.
We
and
did
Maul.
address all that. Yeah.
like just this office hours though, but
because somebody did say that they do like when we sprinkle office hours throughout the show when it makes sense.
it had to
Couple
make
of
sense.
And this is one of those situations where this made sense for us to put it up at the top. It's just, look, man,
Hey man,
niggas are tired, bro.
we ain't been paid yet. But
A lot.
nah, for real though.
I think you're right.
I think we said
We
kinda
literally
answered this.
we kind of covered everything that you said. Now the only thing that you were saying was, but for Rory's sake, watch an entire episode. I'm not doing that for Rory's sake. From time to time, I'm not doing that. I just don't see the point because.
But he knows that. That's why he put the dot 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 2 times
Right.
in 2 different sets on the same
Yeah, he did.
paragraph, sentence or whatever.
Yeah, on the same line.
Come
Yeah.
on, my
From
nigga.
time to time, so maybe you watch one.
It's called a stanza.
Yeah, I don't think that's necessary, and that's
on, my
only
nigga.
because we're just talking about that moment, that clip. You know what I'm saying? But if it's entertaining, I'll stay to the end. That's pretty much how it always goes.
You know what? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna give Rory a fair shot. I'm gonna watch an entire episode.
Well, I'm glad you did,
because I
yeah.
wonder why they're saying this. I'm curious now.
Well, in terms of me,
Maybe it takes them 60 minutes to get warmed
I
up.
did enough research on our own because it's like the issue was we only kicked their back in. So I did my due diligence and I watched all of our clips about them. And I was pissed at the end because I was like, God damn it, we were right. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm double standing on all those videos.
This nigga sensitive.
Yeah. It's like, okay. And that's what just like, we just don't watch each other's content. That's cool. I'm just not going to lie about it. You know what I'm saying?
And he'll probably never really watch a full episode of ours.
No. You're a busy nigga. These episodes be 3 fucking hours, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Shit.
We got fans that don't even do that.
Right. There's
These
plenty of people.
office hours.
There are definitely plenty of people who only come for clips. Even for us, and that we accept them.
Yeah, they get mad when we don't put no timestamps, nigga. They don't want to sit through this.
Yeah. Hashtag office hours. Can we get another episode 55 again? It was the funniest episode ever. That Grown Folks Lemonade had y'all high. Should do one like that 3 to 4 times a year. 3 to 4 times a year, yes, possibly.
And
because
we be high. Look,
we be high.
Shout out to grown folks.
We do
Shout out
be
to
high,
grown folks, man.
Yeah, man, definitely shout out to grown folks. But
yeah,
nah, that shit had you crashing out like how you want to see Joe Rogan do.
It did have me
couple
crashing
years.
out. See, it's really me.
Is that the one where you fell?
That was one where I broke the fucking mic stand, all type of shit.
Bro, he was all over himself, man.
Yeah, I was all over.
Nigga broke the mic.
Bro, I don't like being that high during the show. I know it's fun to y'all, but I don't like that shit because it's like I just don't like it. I can't. Sometimes I don't even like watching our shit back. You know what I'm saying? If I felt like I did a terrible performance, I'm like, I ain't watching that fucking
fuck
shit.
that episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't give nigga. It's whatever.
But I almost always,
it's whatever to me.
I don't even like the sound of my voice. I hate that shit.
Everybody does, actually.
Everybody what?
A lot of people bring it up. They think you're faking still.
Yeah, they do.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, what do we do about that?
Clear your throat, nigga.
It's going to be the same voice next week, nigga.
Yeah.
Could you imagine just hearing Tone talk at home and he sounds nothing like this?
Yeah, that'd be insane.
That would be crazy.
Yeah, like niggas think like he's the DDG.
I don't think I sound cool enough to fake though.
Bro, you sound. It is so consistent. I feel like some of the people that say he's still faking his voice, I'm like, nigga.
Yeah, for real.
It's been 66 weeks, bro.
Not everybody has like a proactive comment, so it's just you got to comment something.
I'm just not
keep
that
coming back.
talented.
Yeah,
nigga.
just keep coming back.
That's one.
Hashtag office hours. What's everyone's 4th of July plans?
Man,
I don't know.
This nigga, man.
Max 716.
He looked like he want to know what we doing.
Yeah, you know what I mean. He looks like he
was the
wants
one
to
that
know.
See that profile picture?
Yeah, I know. He's the one who's gonna come down here for the white women.
Yes,
but
yes.
He
shout out
looked
to
like
you,
he
Mac.
coming for the white women.
Shout out to you, and I like how you wanted to like notify everybody where you was gonna be.
You trying to hang out with us on 4th of July?
Yeah, come on,
you in town right now. You ain't slick, nigga.
Nigga, we already got a Mac in here.
He already. That's what it is.
Nigga. Fucking, we all got ladies at home. They want to hang.
Max.
Well, I don't have any plans. I mean, I might, but I don't. Like off the top of my head, I don't know. I heard about like 2 things. I know I'm not doing nothing at my
I
house,
might not want to do anything,
but something might come up.
You get what I mean?
Right? That's where I'm
But
at
it
with
depends because I know I'm working the 5th, so it's like how much can be done.
How hard am I really going?
You know what I'm saying? Like,
What day is the 4th? Is that a Friday?
It's Thursday.
Thursday, yes, Thursday.
Interesting.
Yeah, this is nothing to do with that, but I would like to say I'm proud. That's the first time I've heard Jay lead the charge of saying we all have women at home. Shout out to you, my boy.
Whoa, did that just happen?
That's what he said.
Yeah.
Shout out to you, my
Yo,
boy.
I've been
like
getting
that.
so used to this shit, I'm forgetting to make fun of it.
Oh my god!
That's
Because
incredible.
your heart's not in it. You're just doing it because it's.
I mean, because
you fucking
eventually, like, I
You're
can't
disgusting.
be. I'm not gonna make fun of you for something that I wanted to
That
happen.
picture that you have, that's what I'm putting that picture up here.
He deserves it, dog.
That's okay.
That shit was honestly great.
I'm adding that picture to the wall.
I've
for
never
sure.
seen you that happy.
You don't even
I need
believe
to order
that.
some
I've
more
never seen
frames
you
and
that
shit.
happy.
You don't believe that.
But it's not even nothing to believe.
How happy? Why would I want you to see me that happy?
We got to put a
What
number
kind of
on.
question is that?
That is crazy.
Think about it.
So
Let's just think about it. Let's just think about this.
Think about what you just
Why
said.
would
dumbass.
Why would I care about you seeing me happy?
You're right. I forgot you was a bad friend. I
No,
forgot you was a terrible person.
you forgot.
I forgot how much of a dickhead you were. I'm surprised she doesn't know.
Well, she does. Haha. But
When we
She already started thinking about it. She knows.
She accepts me. She accepts who I am.
she knows.
And she should.
Nigga.
She
But
knows. She knows.
she knows.
when we
But-
get to a point where this is everybody's doing this full time, are we allowed to release that image? I feel like I don't want to release an image like that until I know that you're safe.
Know
What you
that
mean
I'm
in terms of
safe.
What do you mean in terms of safe?
Like, I don't want him to be an internet meme unless he's already famous.
Oh my God.
Nigga, nigga, I'm an internet meme already, nigga.
Yeah, nah, you
Look,
deserve it.
Lauren, you can do whatever you want
I'm
with
not gonna
that,
do that to
photo of me that you have in your phone as a grown man. I will respect it. I will respect it. I swear to God. I swear. I promise you.
Bro, you started the episode saying I got the footage.
Lauren, come on, my nigga. I don't have pictures of you on my phone. That's all I'm saying.
Don't let them disarm
Especially
this.
when you're vulnerable.
This.
Actually, I do have a picture
That's
of you.
what we just talked about.
I do have a picture of you.
You started the episode saying that.
What you want to do, nigga? Nigga?
That's literally what I'm saying. Bro, just 2 weeks ago, he started the episode like, hey, I got him.
Nah, fuck that, nigga. Look at me, nigga. What you want to do?
Hey, my shit ain't as bad.
That nigga said pull the trigger, nigga.
Your shit ain't as bad, nigga. You up here like that nigga all fucked up.
Oh, that's not as bad.
Vulnerable.
That's not, you shouldn't have even said what you had.
Yeah, I forgot. I do remember
That's
that
not
now. It was the
ammunition.
housewoman.
Yeah, that's nothing. Nigga.
Or the love woman.
It's nothing compared to the damning evidence he has on you, nigga.
Nigga.
It's nothing, nigga.
Nigga.
He
Like,
has you.
yours is worse.
He
Yours,
has
objectively,
you,
yours is worse.
Here's a picture of you full of estrogen.
Full of estrogen.
Full of estrogen.
Just because you're talking
sitting in
to
the
a woman.
trunk of another man's car.
Yeah, that was crazy.
That was
Using the back of my Jeep like
Twinkling
you bought
toes.
that shit.
Like you bought that shit.
Nigga, I was in the back. It was 95 degrees.
Wow.
So why are you in the trunk?
No, look, while all of us are laying this floor now.
So wait, hold on.
We
Let's
were in
pause
here working our
for
asses off,
a
and you was
second.
out there
Collectively, how many smoke breaks did AJ take? Let's be honest. Let's not fuck around.
Yo, first of all, AJ's smoke breaks, that's like him like eating some chicken nuggets. It happens so fast you don't even notice.
First of all, that's not fair.
Yeah,
that's not a fair comparison.
How do you know what breaks were happening? You were outside.
I still put in more boards. And we kind of had a system. Lauren and Carl would go, or Lauren and Tone would go. Me and F Mac would swap out. Like, we had a system.
We was in here flying.
Like, niggas was paired up sometimes.
Planks, nigga.
Yeah, we would put, like, me and F Mac would do like 2 rows. Lauren would come in and do 2 rows. Niggas had a system.
And
We
who
was
do
in
you
here
think
working.
allotted y'all the ability to be able to do that so efficiently?
Yeah, the one biggest distraction left because he was out there lollygagging.
Yeah.
Over
there on the phone.
Speaking from the person who made us, you're the reason this took 3 hours, nigga. You're the reason this couch took 3 hours to
I was
put
in
together.
here working very
Glad
hard.
you said how long it took for y'all to put a couch together.
No,
It didn't
Lauren,
take
don't
3
say
hours.
y'all. I was a victim of his demise. You understand? I'm trying to follow my brother's lead. This nigga can't read directions.
Yeah. We were a victim of you watching that shit happen.
Yeah, nigga, we all collectively came in here and just cringed together. You know what I mean? We was like, what the fuck is this nigga doing? He's ruining the vibes. It's a bunch
I'm
of
ruining the vibes.
It's a bunch of dudes out here putting in hard work. We drinking beers and shit. You go and call your girl.
Yeah, that was crazy.
What kind of lame ass shit is that?
What the fuck was that about?
In the midst of all this, all this man fun.
nigga.
He was like,
nigga, we
he was like,
man fun.
He was like, what can make this better?
Crazy.
What can make this better?
Wait,
man fun.
And he also
Man fun?
he didn't just have like a 10, 15 minute. The nigga was gone for like
Bro,
an
the
hour.
nigga was gone.
He was gone for like
Came
an
back,
hour.
took a nap, or was that a different day?
Bro, we had
That might have been a different day.
we had power tools and shit that's going. Shit that niggas should like.
When
I
you
would want to use.
look,
Come on.
when
Then
Tony,
you should, like, as a man, you should
Look,
like, I want to cut that.
When
I want
Tony
to saw this off. I want to
saying we're all in here having man fun sounds like your hands was sticky. That sounds disgusting. Don't ever say y'all was having man fun.
Nah.
But this is beautiful.
Your phone was sticky, nigga.
My phone was sticky?
All that Laffy Taffy and you was doing on that motherfucker.
Whatever.
Yeah, nigga.
Save it.
Yeah, nigga. Yeah, go ahead. Whistle out
Shut
of
up,
this.
nigga.
What song do you whistle
I
when
wish
you
y'all were
when you're
outside.
with
You know
her?
what?
What song do you whistle when
You know
you're
what?
with her?
Because I'm not gonna play any music since you're talking, nigga. It's gonna be a long ride silent back home, nigga.
Yeah, so you can think about your mistress. Yeah,
Or you know
go
all
ahead.
the stereotypes they have about like niggas when they talk to their girls around other niggas. Jay does it.
He's that.
Like literally,
Jay does
when
it.
I was
That's the
outside,
problem.
bro.
He's that guy.
Bro, when I was outside, he would like say something to me regular, and like literally 3 seconds later, you hear, "Yeah, so I was saying."
He's lying.
He's lying.
This guy sucks.
No,
He's
he's not.
lying.
He's not. I know he's not
God,
lying.
bro.
And you know,
I
He
believe.
set it up.
I saw that picture.
There's no telling what he was telling us.
You only have one voice in that picture.
Yes,
in that pose you're
Yes,
in.
bro.
Lauren,
yeah, what's good, baby?
Lauren, when I first met Lauren, he told me he was 5'7". This isn't
are
the
you
type of
talking
nigga
about?
to believe all the time.
What?
This is what I'm
What?
saying. The first
I
time I
never
met
told you
Lauren,
that. That's a lie.
You did.
It's a direct lie.
I
You know
remember.
Lauren says 5'8". 5'8" on the good
Now you're
day.
just getting egregious.
I remember your eyes, nigga. But yeah, shout out to y'all.
No,
no,
we're not
hashtag
done.
office hours.
You don't get to segue
Don't you
out of
love how he
this.
just
Some of us
transitioned?
have to go to work. But
I'll post pictures of the whole set too, like, because I mean, you know what it looks like from out there.
that might break the third wall, man.
No.
Fourth wall.
Facing this,
okay.
coming this direction.
I'm about to say it's gonna ruin everybody's
Yeah,
hopes.
no, not the whole thing.
But nah, man, the set is beautiful. Shout out to y'all. I mean, before y'all thank us, thank y'all. Y'all did this for the office hours.
You should thank us.
No, why?
You should thank us.
Why?
Y'all don't think y'all deserving the thanks in here for all the hard
for
work
sure.
you put
For
into
everything
the
that we've
studio
done.
for this
Yeah,
nigga?
yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Okay.
We made a space more comfortable for you.
We did.
Lauren, don't ever let Tony speak for you again. You're a grown man. But back to my outro,
Whatever, nigga.
right?
Oh wait, hold on.
Shout out to y'all, good brothers and sisters. We love y'all. We love y'all dearly. Again, please check out the Patreon. As you saw, that one brother said he was going to do it to check out our comedy sets. Please do that. And make sure you make your way over to Reddit, Homeroom University. We be up there sometimes.
Yeah,
Very sometimes.
This week's Patreon was really long too.
Yeah, we gave y'all a pretty good Patreon.
Yeah,
Started off slow, but you know we got rocking when
into
we
it,
had
yeah.
to.
We gave y'all a good Patreon. And again, we're not going to keep talking about it. The Olympics are coming. More content is coming.
gotta start
More
training
good
for
content
real.
is coming.
I just started training.
Yeah, you got to start training for that bronze, nigga.
I
Start
am
training for that
going to
bronze.
destroy Lauren and AJ in whatever competition.
Let's mark this moment.
It
I
has
already
to.
beat you in comedy, nigga.
I
What the
want.
fuck?
I want to.
And hold on. You gotta live with that.
Like I already beat
you
you.
gotta live with that because you should have beat him.
And I
You
already
should have
you.
beat him, and the fact that he can say that is insane.
You think I care?
He just told you he beat you in comedy.
You should. You just
Tony,
said I'll
you
beat
can't beat me in this motherfucker. What are you talking about?
I won.
I love that flicker of your lips when you
won.
said it
Don't
because that
love the
says
flicker
everything.
of another man's
no,
lips.
that
You're
says
not supposed to love
everything.
the flicker of another man.
Keep rolling. Talking about all the man fun y'all had.
I hope your
I
girl
know your
already
hands
do
would smell like
complimenting
ass
you.
and shit. Talking about some man fun.
Ass
my
and shit.
God. Oh no, my bad. I was on accident.
Oh, look, guys, look. We can't end off cursing. Please like the video. Comment down below. We love y'all. We out.
Happy 4th.
Happy 4th.
Who do you love more?
That's a good question.
Yourself.
Yeah. Thank you.
I'm sorry.
Thank you.
You're not there yet. It's gonna take a lot to get to that level.
Shout out to y'all, man. That I just got that. It's been good. It's been great. Jay Nobles,
Tone Goo.
AJ the Menace.
White man behind the boards.
Yeah.
F back on the keyboards. We out.
What the fuck is wrong with you, nigga?